How did I know Tim Dog was going to be the one that fuck it up? When I say hold it, it's going to take a minute for the program to kick in. His old ass, his old bag phone toting ass, old goddamn flip phone toting ass, old goddamn,
you hate me because
old,
I'm beautiful.
goddamn, getting the goddamn phone off the goddamn corner. The ladies be telling you to come over here and sign up. We give you a phone with your limited minute ass. But ladies and gentlemen, we want to wake you up to the
Why don't you take your little brother's shirt off then, punk?
Damn.
Goddamn 4-eye, can't see the goddamn buttons, big ass number.
I can still see with your glasses on. Stop trying to look cute.
I just want to let some of our viewers know that this is one of them situations where April Fools was yesterday and they still tripping.
No, it's all good, ladies and gentlemen. But we want to welcome y'all to the Better Than Sex Sports podcast. Of course, you know I am the man on the street.
It's Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
The mad professor in the boot.
Shout out to Orlando.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome y'all. And y'all know how we always start our podcast off. We always got to ask the brothers how their day went. So, Shata, how was your day, my brother?
Can't call it, man. I just, like I said, I was talking to my man, Mad Professor, and collaborating on the changes of the landscape on the political sphere. But we say that for Friday night, like y'all like to say.
Yeah, you say that for Friday
night. Outside of that, I just like to say that, the weather's been good. I can't complain. Y'all see me outside here. Listen, people complaining about this weather down here in Florida, talking about, it's hit 90 degrees. Listen, I don't care what y'all say, okay? You understand? I don't like the cold. And I'm telling you like this right now, I would take 90 degrees over that on anything below 70 any day of the week.
Oh, my God, this dude said below 70.
Yeah, you could tell somebody been in the goddamn good weather too damn long. But I agree with you on that, man. I'd rather be hot than be cold, but that's just my personal opinion. Matt Professor,
I'll explain to y'all close to the end of the show why y'all wrong. Okay. But I'm gonna tell you, I was out and about today, and I realized I was old because I went to the cash register with a fucking pack of retractable ink pens because I like the way they look.
You like the way they look?
Yeah, I saw the pack. I saw the pens. I'm like, I like how that looks. I'm gonna go ahead and get them.
I saw a bird.
The Mad Professor, he probably walking around town. Man, how come there no more news bins right here? I got 75 cents. I need to buy a newspaper. Where's the newspaper bin at?
You have no idea how much I miss newspapers. You have no idea how much I miss newspapers.
Sir, there's no more newspapers, sir. No, sir. You can sign up online. They'll send it straight to you.
Hey, right. Don't worry about it. Sometime when we get a sponsor, we'll send you a tablet. You understand?
That's right. We'll send you a tablet. Tim Dog, how was your day, my brother?
Actually, my day was pretty good. I was talking to my brother. He's a specialist, Paul Melvin, Baltimore County Fire Department. He does. That's what's up. Hey, he's been doing it for a minute too. This is the only guy I know who never called in sick. Never. No lie. But he's an honor guard, and he does for the Baltimore County Fire Department. He goes all over the country and do funerals for fallen first responders.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to say condolences out to First Fire Lieutenant Raymond Vargas Jr., Baltimore, who passed away. He was a good friend of my brother's, and I told him that I would do that and spread awareness that these first responders are human too. So
yeah, they are. I can tell he must be your half brother because your ass used to take off work all the damn time. Shit, so
no, I didn't take off. I was on quarters.
That's still taking off. That's still saying, hey, you took off for him. I got it.
Yeah, you took off for him. We got you. And of course, Pharaoh King, how was your day, my brother?
Hey man, I had a pretty good day today, but I'm gonna share with y'all the incident I had. So it's early in the morning. Kids got to get dropped off at the pool, so I run in the bathroom, and I look around. I say, "Damn, there's only one roll of toilet paper." So I got it in my hand because it's not on the roll, and I'm trying to line the toilet paper. As I get it finished, I knock the bitch in the toilet. So the roll is now floating inside the toilet.
Why
I'm like,
we
what the fuck
always
I'm gonna
start
do?
talking
Because this is
about
the only roll of toilet paper.
Why?
So
and you don't have hands like me.
I get it out. Right, I had some gloves, so I got it out. I had to use the bathroom. all I had left was the John Wayne shit that you dry your hands with, and it's brown. Do you know how long I wiped? Because I couldn't tell if I was clean or not.
Why do we always go to the toilet? I don't fucking understand that.
This how this sports show is, man. We're not a regular sports show. I
don't understand.
I don't understand this shit either.
The moral of the story is, don't knock the damn toilet paper out of your hand into the toilet because it's gonna be a long wipe, son.
There ain't gonna be no white.
Okay, all right.
God.
Pharaoh, you about to be in the Tim Dog goddamn boat.
No, don't
I don't know.
Hey, man,
I don't know if
hey,
I'm gonna
man.
let y'all.
Not toilet paper in the toilet.
I'm not gonna. I don't know if I need to let y'all talk or not. Y'all just type y'all shit from now on. As for me, man, my day went well, man. Then my wife called me, got some sad news. Friend of mine, one of my brother's best friend, KD, man, Kevin Dawson, man, he passed today.
Sorry to hear that, brother.
Yeah, one of the first guys. Well, we used to go over when I first started dating my wife. We used to go over and play basketball against those guys. And me and my brother-in-law actually chilled with him like a couple of months ago when he had some beers, went by his house. He's a big Cowboy fan too, a very big Cowboys fan. So I'm gonna say rest in peace to KD. We call him I. Rest in peace, I, man, and to his family, man, our condolences.
Yeah, I'm
man.
sorry about to hear that, man. But you know, the Cowboys can go to hell. I don't care.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, there you go. What's up, Paul? Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, we call him Fire Marshal Bill.
Okay. Yeah, shit. He probably called you ugly, Mom. Where you got that chimp from? Oh, but anyway,
Don't
Got it from your daddy. How about that?
why are we gonna start out this way today?
And rest in peace to one of my favorite actors, Val Kilmer.
Oh
yeah. Well, you was what, 65,
Bro,
right?
he was one of your
I think
favorites
so.
for real.
Yeah,
Yeah, 65.
Val played some roles, my guy.
He played
Hey
some
man,
roles.
the only role he
One of
good
my
for is
apps-
I got your uncle.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Well, no, he did
Huckleberry.
more than that. The first movie I saw
What's
with
up,
him was
Freddy
Real
Crazy?
Genius, where he was a
All right.
nerd. But let's move
What you
on.
talking about?
Nah, man, Top Gun, baby. Ice.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. But let's go and get into it, man. Great week of sports. Great weekend of sports, man. But
Oh,
we all
man,
called it.
great. Yeah.
We all called it, but let's get into it.
Final four is set. Houston and Auburn punching the final two tickets to San Antonio. They will be joining Duke and Florida as the 4-1 seeds. They are the ones that are going to be in the Final Four. The first time we got all the 1 seeds since 2008. So you're going to find all the action on CBS leading up with an all SEC affair. Florida and Auburn, that's at 6:09 Eastern on Saturday, followed by Duke and Houston. But how did these teams get there? Let's rip through it all. So we're going to start first with the Auburn Tigers beating Michigan State 70-63, despite losing their star in Janai Broome for a portion of the game to an elbow injury. After the game, Broome said, "It is a scary moment. I went down, but my team, they had my back." And with the win, the Tigers back in the Final Four for just the second time in program history. So Duke is our next team up. They were going up against Alabama. It was inevitable that the Crimson Tide wouldn't carry its shooting display, the one that they had from Thursday's Sweet 16, 25 three-pointers. They did not in this game. Top-seeded Blue Devils took the next step in their season-long quest, knocking off that number 2 seed in Alabama, 85-65, advancing to the Final Four. We're going to move on now. The Cougars, they stifled Tennessee 69-50 to reach the Final Four for the first time since 2021. Houston was dominant on defense against the Vols, refusing to allow them to get close to the basket for the first half. Now the Cougs, their stout defense and timely three-point shooting was the key to victory on Sunday. And last but not least, when it comes to the Gators, Florida, they were on the brink of elimination. It was Walter Clayton Jr. scoring 13 of his game-high 30 points in the final 5 minutes and 24 seconds of the game. That risked a 10-point deficit to Texas Tech to send the Gators to their first Final Four since 2014. The final score of that one, 84-79.
Before we talk about the Final Four aspect of it, let's talk about the Elite Eight, because there were some good games. But I'm coming to you first, Shata. What game stood out to you the most from the Elite Eight?
Ooh, that's tough, bro.
Ain't for me.
Listen, first of all, because integrity is a big thing for me, and I want to apologize to the NCAA because I at the beginning of the tournament, man on the street asked me a question. And I was like, nah, this is gonna be the first year that the number ones, well, all the number ones made it. That's number one. Number two, the Elite Eight, bro. I have never. It's been a long time that I've actually sat down and watched a tournament, and I was like, I gotta watch each game because you just didn't know who was gonna get hot, and if any game came down to the wire within 5 points, it was no guarantee you was gonna win that game.
Yeah, you're right about that.
Bro, man, listen, man. I thoroughly enjoy the Elite Eight, and I like to say to the NCAA, I can't stand y'all sons of guns, but this year y'all got it right.
Yeah, and you know, and the reason why we're gonna stop at the Elite Eight before we talk about the Final Four, because you know there was no Cinderella this year. It seemed like everybody that's supposed to be there were there. And Mad Professor, you know, the games were exciting. Especially the Florida game, because I thought Florida was going home. I thought Maryland was going to beat Florida, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
it so happened that Florida pulled it out. So the same question to you: what game in the Elite Eight stood out to you?
Michigan State, Auburn, because Tom Izzo always has his squad ready to play.
Yes,
always has his squad ready to play, and you can't sleep on Bruce Pearl as much as I think the man is reprehensible.
Come on,
some of the shit he's done. Bro, some of the shit he's done, he's extremely reprehensible. But I mean, I know that's Tennessee's coach,
and he used
but
to coach Tennessee at one point in time.
He did.
Okay,
yeah. But and so, like I said, he's another one who, if his team goes to a certain point, that's why I'm saying if his team gets to a certain point, you can't count him out. I don't give a damn what the stage is. So like I said, that game there, not only was it the closest game, it was the one that had the most lead changes throughout the game.
It was a game that had you on
like I said, it's the kind of game that you love watching, because it was two defensive squads crushing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. And that's what I say about the Elite Eight this year. You know, when the first 6 to 8 came out, we saw some chinks in some goddamn Army, some of these top C's, but you know, they eventually pull it out, and now they're moving on. But same question to you, Tim Dahl. You know, what game stood out to you from the Elite Eight now down to the Final Four?
I would say Texas Tech and Florida. Texas Tech, well, them boys going home. That they shot themselves in the foot trying to slow the game down instead of trying to score. And I'm like, what the heck? And then they weren't making this shot. Oh, and then Florida put that D on them, boy. Put that D on them like that foot on the neck. You know what I'm saying? Don't go nowhere, boy.
Yeah, you know, Florida put that defense on them, but wasn't Florida? Didn't Florida win like back-to-back championship a couple of years ago with Nakeem Noah and
with Joakim Noah?
Years ago. Good.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying. So they Florida up until lately, Florida had a winning program. That's what I'm saying. And now they're back to having a winning program, because like I said before, I didn't expect Florida to go this far. I thought Maryland was going to put them out. And then when they was losing, but then when it was losing, I was like, oh yeah, Florida about to go home. But like you say, you know, they say they was down 10 points, then they pulled it out. So Pharaoh King, the same question to you. What game stood out to you from the Elite Eight the most?
We're gonna go with the Florida game, Florida Maryland. Yeah, I thought Maryland Florida was about to bite the bullet until what was that guard name? Clayton.
Yeah,
Clayton. You know, he pulled it together and once again won the game for him. So I would say the Florida Maryland game. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and you know what makes it exciting is college basketball, man. I know NCAA is crazy with the money aspect of it. I think this is the first time that the number one seed has moved on, all number one seeds since I think they say 2008. I believe so. Since 2008, and we all, I was one of the few that say it wasn't going to happen.
Right.
Me too.
Shata, are you surprised that all number one seeds got through?
150%. There was when looking at all the teams going into the tournament, I was like, ain't no way, man. There was no team that I'm sorry, I apologize. I would like to apologize to the Houston Cougars right now. Nah, I was tripping. I don't usually watch y'all play. so I wasn't really up on game.
Bro,
But
we making sandwiches or something?
the only team that actually stood out for me in the tournament consistently is Houston. Them boys is it doesn't matter what you do with them. If you want to pound it in the inside, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna break you down and collapse if you want to, because somebody gonna hit a three.
Yep.
They deadly with that joint, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah. And you know, Houston, you know, I haven't watched them all year. But Matt Professor, my question to you is, we talked about Bruce Pearl, you just talked about him. How impressed were you with Auburn? And especially now, especially because to me, out of all the number ones, I think Auburn was the overall number one.
Yeah, they are.
For me, I thought it was the weakest because I watched them play my South Carolina Gamecocks. And I'm like, yeah, they could be beat. But like you said, their defense, and they played like a strong defense.
Yes.
And like they say, defense wins championships. So how impressed were you with the Auburn Tigers?
Well, very. That's why I think right before the bracket started, you were asking who do we think the first number one to fall? I said Houston and Auburn are the two that was equipped to go all the way.
Yeah.
So honestly, they impressed me only because it seems like the defense has actually been turned up since the tournament started. Because they were already a strong defensive team, but it seemed like they're not letting nobody near the basket now.
Yeah, and I guess what it boils down to is that, you know, we watch the games, and I guess we be seeing, like when I watched them play South Carolina, I was like, man, god damn, South Carolina. I know we was garbage, but they was playing them boys hard. And it came down to, I guess, the last minute. Then, of course, you know, South Carolina, we find a way. Shit, we find a way to lose a goddamn game.
Well,
and it came up.
Well,
it's about matchups.
Yeah, it's about matchup. Yeah.
Specific South Carolina men. You need to be specific.
Well, but you know, you're not talking about the lady game, cause come on now.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that there's nobody watching that might.
They know that. Come on now. We talk about the men right now.
I mean, look. If you want an NBA, if you want an NBA example, look at the Pelicans and Memphis. As good as Memphis is, when they play the Pelicans, they don't play all that well. They may win, but they don't play very well at all.
Yeah, it's about that matchup, man.
It's about the matchup.
Great analogies right there. And coming to you, Tim Dog, and the same thing about Auburn, but like they say, it's all SEC in that bracket in the Final Four.
Very impressive.
How do you think that's going to stack up Auburn and Florida? Because they play each other. They know each other, you know, because they play every year. So how you think this is going to pan out?
That's going to be tough if they. I mean, them two, like you said, they know each other. It's just like Baltimore and Pittsburgh playing, or you know, Atlanta and New Orleans. You know that kind of. You know what they're going to do, and you just have to stop them. And right now, to be honest with you, who gonna stop Broom?
Yeah,
Ball?
Right.
That boy's a beast.
Yeah.
So the matchup is really going to be with him, and you know Auburn got that defense. Florida, they got speed, they got shooters, but they don't have that size like Auburn does. I mean,
they don't have that size. And like you say, I wasn't impressed with Auburn. And Pharaoh, the question to you is this: are you impressed with Auburn, even though they're the number one seed overall? Are you really impressed with them? Or are you like jumping on the bandwagon like everybody else since they're number one? I'm not saying y'all bandwagon jumpers, but you know, since they say they're the overall number one, so I'm gonna say they're the overall number one as well.
You know, they are.
I actually picked Florida and Houston to play, so Auburn wasn't even in there for me.
Okay,
and that's what we all said. We didn't think Auburn was gonna make it.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is because we say that we didn't think we was gonna make it, but you know, some people now we can see why they were the overall number one pick.
I would say
that's what I'm saying.
Because of Charles Barkley, everybody's on the bandwagon.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
I was hoping we could get through the segment without that bull crap.
I just think because Charles Barkley made the freaking, you know, the crystal ball, you know,
he proud of his,
you know, that hey, Auburn is taking it all this year. So
that's
what I think is going on.
They didn't do what he said.
Well, I guess. I mean,
hey, he almost lost it with that Michigan State game, man, because Michigan State was in their ass. So
and of course he did. And of course, he didn't guarantee anything. If he guaranteed, you know, they usually lose when they guarantee. But
The
now,
teams are too closely matched.
and that is exactly what we're gonna move on to the Final Four.
Oh.
You know, with the number one seeds making it, how do you see the matchups? You know, I'm shocked. How do you see these matchup in the Final Four? And who you think going to make it to the national championship game? Go ahead, Shota.
At this point, like I said, my apologies to the NCAA tournament because I was like, number ones ain't gonna make it, but I was wrong. But from watching the tournament as intently as I've had since the days of the Big East and Duke and all them days, you know, Seton Hall and Iverson days, I was feeling a little nostalgic. I'm sorry, but anyway, there's no way anybody that's taking a bet out of these Final Four teams and you actually watch how they played and you're gonna go ahead and edge your bet and say I'm gonna go all in on one of them, you're a damn fool. That's all I'm gonna say.
I got you. Do you feel that same way, Matt Professor? Because I noticed none of us said anything about Duke and Cooper Flag, you know, and the way that they're basically running their side of the table. Well, so do you feel the same way that Shota feels about it's a toss up? Basically, that's what he's saying for the championship this year.
None of us picked Duke because we weren't sure how Cooper Flag was going to come back and how he was going to look from his injury.
That's
so
right.
None of us picked Duke whether or not we wanted to or not. And honestly, I'm gonna. I know you hate it when we agree, but I do. I mean, it's wide open. I wouldn't want to put money on any one of these four teams that I couldn't afford to lose. I wouldn't want to put like my pin money. I wouldn't want to lose my pin money on any of these four teams. I just wouldn't.
Nope.
I got you. And that's why I think the NCAA. I don't think they planned it this way. It just lucked up that way.
Yeah,
they
got
put all
it right.
the teams. Yeah, they put all the teams in the right positions.
And you notice through all the day, nobody's talking about two SEC teams in there. They don't even worried about that. They all looking at
three
like
SEC teams.
Well, shit, damn.
Yeah, because Houston's in the SEC now.
Yeah,
no,
Is that right?
Well, no, I'm sorry, it's not 3. Houston is still Big Ten. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Boy,
I know they were talking about moving them. I'm sorry,
like,
you're right.
Lord,
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah,
you're right. Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Well, Matt Professor, we heard the stories that you always get ahead of yourself, finish before your woman do, but it is what it is.
Somebody got to have a hand on it.
Better get going.
Yeah, get by. But Tim, Dog, do you feel the same way that Shota and Matt Professor feel as though that it's a toss up for the national championship this year?
I mean, we all saw what each one of those teams done this weekend, and it's anybody's game. I mean, between Boomer, Coop, and I mean, come on now,
bro.
Team has that one person who can score, you know, when they want to or need to, and each team has a defense that is solid.
Yeah,
will come down to matchups where Houston, I would say they would have the edge up on most teams because they are the biggest.
Yeah. And you know, the funny part is, like I said before, I didn't think all four was going to get through. I didn't think Houston, I didn't think Auburn was going to, because I think Auburn was kind of weak. I damn sure thought Florida wasn't going to make it. But you got Duke in there and Farrell. So you think that even Duke is in there, and Matt Professor brought it up earlier, he wasn't sure about the Cooper Flag injury. Do you think they were playing like what's the Trojan horse? It wasn't as serious as people thought it was when he got injured, because he's damn near playing lights out. So who do you?
Well, if he was playing Trojan horse, I would see Duke winning the whole tournament then.
Okay.
Because I mean, it worked. You know what I'm saying? It worked. I wouldn't say they played that. Like I said, I believe he got better every game, and from whatever the injury was, and now he's playing good. He has some time off. He's gonna be hell. Houston's gonna get him. He's gonna get a lot of it. Now, Florida, I think Florida will beat Auburn because the number 10, he's pretty good with the 3-point, and then you got Clayton, and you also have
what up, Doe?
What up?
Yeah, Yeah. So with that being said, I think with their center, they'll be a little better than Auburn will be on defense.
I got you.
But see, looking at the game, as you were presenting your premise, you weren't even sure about that. That's why we're saying that it's a toss-up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a
toss-up. But I'm coming into the game now.
My thing is when you look at these teams and you look at how they're playing, and props to the NCAA, I am loving the fact that big men are playing like big men.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen a basketball game where I see that they actually run sets where you actually can see where, that screen right there is going to be a killer. That's a jump shot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're coming from the top. They're screening from the top and making that happen.
It's beautiful to see actual plays being ran, unlike the NBA when they just
and that's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. That's why I like March Madness more and college basketball in general more because
absolutely
they haven't changed the rules to suit offensive scoring.
It's the best time in basketball, be honest.
Yeah. 100%. And who was the team? Was it Alabama that shot that 25 3-pointers?
Yeah,
and then like I say, then what happened in the next game? If them threes not falling, you need that inside game.
They shot their ass out.
Yeah, they shot. Yeah, damn shit.
But that's what makes the game so beautiful in college. You could be hot one game and be killing everything, and the next game is like, what happened?
Okay, then. So
listen, man, there's one for sure shot in basketball, and that's at least a dunk.
Unless you
that's the highest percentage shot in the dunk. Those big centers inside, you always gonna get 2 points for those guys dunking the ball. I'd rather have that than to have a bunch of 25 threes missing.
Yeah, exactly. But like you say, we always say in the NBA they went away from that. So, Matt Professor, the question is now, who you got in the championship game and who you got winning it all?
Oh shit! Is my pin money up? I gotta put my pin money on it. Okay.
No. Put Conspiracy Brother money on it.
No.
Shit. Well, let me go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and say the title game will be Houston and I might stick with Duke.
Okay. And who you got winning?
Houston.
Oh, goddamn. Okay. Ooh, but Farrell, you got that down?
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right. Yo, you got Duke in it.
Yeah.
So who's the championship game against Duke?
Florida
and Duke overall. What about you, Shotzi?
Matt, this is one of those things where you have to just look at the thing and say, you know what?
Nope.
Every team.
We didn't ask you that. Pick a team. If it's up to us, hey, put Maryland down for him.
Maryland.
Yeah. He don't care.
Oh, look at Shada. Look at him. Let me tell you one thing, man.
The man asked me a question, so do I?
Who you got, Shotzi? Who you got? Who you got in the championship game, and who you got being the overall championship?
I have to change mine. I have to pick.
Go back. I have to. Can I go from the championship and work backwards?
Either way, I don't know, but either way, you got
it. It's only 2 games, hell.
Yeah.
The rubber on after you finish.
Which way you want it? Backwards.
While we waiting, I just realized I had the bracket all messed up. So I have to pick Auburn over Florida and Houston over Duke, and Houston still winning the title.
All right.
Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So we come to the same premise. My end result is Houston going to win the championship.
Okay.
And
all right.
Houston is going to be the champions. Why? Because Duke going to go ahead and overextend themselves. And Cooper Flag gonna do too much, and Houston shooting and defense is by far the best I've seen in the tournament.
I got you. All right. What about you, Tim Dog?
I think Auburn's going to really beat. Auburn, Florida's going to be good, but I take Auburn at least by 3. Auburn's going to win by 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Duke, in Houston gonna murder Duke because for one, Houston have a couple of players who can create and score, whereas Duke they depend on Coop. And you saw in that last game, he just went ball hog and started scoring on everybody. I ain't see nothing wrong with him then. But once again, they only have that one person. And Duke's defense isn't as good as Houston's. So
all I know is
Auburn and Houston's going to win.
Okay.
If Duke play Houston, Duke's going to be running all night.
Mm-hmm. And Duke's defense is good, but it's not as good as Houston. And Houston has better shooters on the outside. And you know that's what everyone does now.
Just to say one. Well, Duke can't play Houston in the championship game, shots, because they're playing each other in the Final Four.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had to change mine. I was looking at the wrong side
they
of the
played
bracket.
each other Final Four. That's why they say the SEC on that side of the bracket, you got Auburn and you got Florida. Two SEC teams are playing each other.
So the Final Four brackets is Florida versus Auburn.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I'm going to take Auburn. I'm going to take Auburn in that one.
Okay. Then Duke and
so
Houston.
On the other side, Duke and Houston, I'm taking Houston.
Okay. And you still sticking with Houston as the overall champion?
Yes, sir.
That's
Okay.
why Condom on first. We'll handle mistakes.
Yeah. As for me, man, I was counting the boys out all year, and I don't think they deserve it. But I think Florida going to beat Auburn, man. I don't trust.
Yeah.
I don't trust Auburn, man. I don't. And Florida, I really don't trust them either. But I think they're going to play a better game.
I
think
despise anything Gators.
Yeah, hey, I just think that Bruce Pearl, he's a great coach, but I think he's going to run out of time. And of course, the Charles Barkley curse is going to hit those guys. It's going to hit them hard. Either going to hit them in this game or the championship game. Now, on the other side, I think Duke was playing goddamn like Lester Ball, and then I think they're trying to hide the injury to Cooper Flag, but I think that boy is going to heat up. And I hate to say it, it's going to be a Blue Devil championship this year.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
That's how I see it, man.
That's how I look at it.
Who on Duke gonna stop Broom?
I'm just saying in general, man. Like I say,
don't argue, because you know what? The way this is set up right now, you could just go ahead and let people say their piece, because I'm telling you, somebody gonna heat humble pie this week.
Yeah, but also what it boils down to is that you stated this early. Matt Professor stated it earlier as well. It's a toss up. So whoever wins, we just want to see great games, and that's what we got this year in the men's side of the house. We had great games, man, and I'm surprised. Like I said before, there's no Cinderella story coming out, because usually there's somebody there to upset one of those number one seeds, and we be like, "Ooh, we didn't see that coming." But this year, man, it played out just like the goddamn, I guess, the voters, not the voters, but when they set up the brackets, those guys, they got it right. But like I talked about the Cooper Flag injury, let's talk about those women now. Oh, man. We're going to talk about that Elite Eight and their Final Four, because I watched that Connecticut game, and I wanted to know, would it be different? Shots, I'm coming back to you again. Would it be different if Juju had played? But you know who the Final Eight is, down to the Final Four? And, of course, you know Shots are down. Let's talk about those Gamecocks.
This last weekend, we were treated to some great Sweet 16 and Elite 8 matchups. UCLA ultimately getting it done against LSU. UConn knocking off USC. South Carolina, the two-time defending champs, in a close one against Duke. And then you had Texas in a showdown against TCU. Longhorns knocking off the Horned Frogs to advance to that Final Four.
Matter of fact, I'm not gonna come to you for Shots. I'm going to goddamn Matt Professor. I want him to defend his girl. LSU, Mulkey.
Wait a minute, defending who? Who defending?
He's defending Mulkey. You know, I'm just joking.
You better watch your mouth. You don't talk about her like that.
Honestly, you bring that up. I don't even know what she said. I don't watch after game. I don't watch the after game interviews. I think that's I think that kind of shit is the wrong time to be talking to people when they lose.
And that's why I say I don't think what she said was very. It wasn't nasty to me, because you just made my point.
We're on the same.
When she said that basically the guy asked her, the student reporter asked her, this is the second year that you've been knocked out in the Elite Eight, and basically she was like, have you ever played a game? Have you ever made it this far.
Okay, I think I do remember seeing something about that. She said, "How many Elite Eights have you made?" Something to that.
Correct.
Yeah.
And my thing is, and if we're gonna ask the question, my thing is, only 8 teams make it to the fucking Elite Eight. If you got that far, you're a success.
What up, Big Timmy?
What up, Timmy?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So for me, I don't think it was nasty though. I don't think it was nasty at all.
Absolutely not.
Yeah. So the same. Basically, it's the same question though. What game stood out to you in the women's Elite Eight going down to the Final Four? Matt,
honestly, the one that I think we all would talk about, USC and UConn.
Yeah.
Because we all said with Juju going down, the last game the team worked on emotion, and the very next game would show if they were real or not. I mean, not real, but if they were ready to move on.
Still had that high.
Clearly weren't. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They played a hell of a game. Now I'm coming to you, Shanta. Because I think they was down by at least 10 or 15. Then they cut it down, I believe 5. Then of course that girl Paige, I think Paige Buckner, that's her name.
Paige Beckers.
Beckers.
Okay. Yeah. That girl.
Paige Buckets for short.
Yeah, because goddamn, she shot lights out. So the same question to you: what game in the women's Elite Eight impressed you the most? There, Shanta.
It's very hard to not say USC, seeing Juju. When Juju went down, that
changed all of our votes.
It changed the entire tournament.
Yeah,
because I was thinking, I didn't know whether or not I already know that Connecticut, my team, was on a collision course with USC. I already knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, my thing is, looking at the game, there's no way I could say if Juju was there, they would have won.
Yeah.
And I can't say because the fact of the matter is, her not being on the court is a big difference, because UConn's defense would have ran differently.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's very hard to say. And I after Juju went down, I already knew that UConn was going to go ahead, and South Carolina and UConn was going to face each other. I already knew that.
Yeah, I got you. And then watching the game, UConn is back, as they say. And I think somebody broke it down. If you look at all the stars of UConn, all of them have won national championship. You look at Rebecca Lobo. You look at Michael Moore. Maya Moore. What's the young girl?
Sue Bird.
Oh, yeah. No, what's the other chick name?
Nafisa Collier.
The one that shoot. What's the name?
Rebecca Lobos.
I say Rebecca.
She's the commentator.
Diana
Taurasi.
Yeah, Taurasi. But I'm just saying, when you think about and the young chick that's in the NBA now, I mean WNBA right now. Oh man, she was there a couple of years ago. Oh, it'll come to me. It'll come to me, man. It'll come to me by the end of the show.
And you talk about Breanna Stewart.
Yeah, Breanna Stewart. That's what I'm talking about. Every great player from UConn, they had that championship. they have that championship pedigree, and of course, this girl is setting up the same way. So, Tim Dog, what game impressed you the most? Well, better yet, what game were you more surprised by in the Elite Eight in the women's side of the game?
I was so glad that Mulkey lost. So,
I like a shit talker when his team don't do shit. What was your team? Was your team even NIT?
No, my team was in NCAA, Maryland.
Oh, anyway, first round. You're right. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, get yourself right. Anyway, I would say Duke and South Carolina, because they started out, kind of like equal, the same.
So what did Kim Mulkey have to do with that?
Let me finish
Jones
before somebody can ask another question. Anyway, but in the second half, Duke came out swinging and took the lead, but it was like the last part, I think, of the fourth quarter, when South Carolina, when they got themselves together, and that little girl, I can't remember her name, she was shooting them threes at the end that made them go ahead by 2, and that was it right there.
I got you.
That was a good game. South Carolina and Duke. Oh yeah.
All right. Same thing to you, Farrell. Which Elite Eight game, impressed you the most, or better yet, lived up to the hype?
I cannot comment because I did not watch any of the games.
I
Oh,
got
wow.
you. I got you. Well, I comment, but at least you're honest, man. But of course, Tim, though, it's gonna be my game costs, them lady game costs, man, because Don Staley has built a powerhouse down there in South Carolina, and they're trying to do it again. And of course, they had what's name, Carol Lawson on the other side, head coach of Duke, and like you say, it went back and forth until South Carolina basically pulled it out, and then the game that we all talked about.
They used to play each other in college.
That's right. That's right. I think Lawson went to what, Tennessee?
Yeah.
She played at Tennessee.
Yeah.
She went to Tennessee.
Yes,
Yeah,
she did.
Tennessee. So that great matchup right there as well. But then again, the game, like you say, Matt Professor, when you talk about Juju and you talked about USC, they try as hard as they can, but emotions can only get you so far. But then you have to play the actual game. You know what I'm saying? You ride that high for the first 5 minutes, then all of a sudden you realize that our best player is sitting home. Their best player is sitting by that 3-point line, hitting the 3-pointer. Shit.
Yeah.
And you can see the emotion shift. Because I think that girl, she had like 30.
I think so.
Somebody,
if I remember,
I think she had 30, at least 30. So you like, damn. And you just say in your mind, I wish Juju didn't get hurt. We can see those great players go back and forth. Your thoughts, man, Professor?
Well, yeah, and that's the shame of it all. It's just like on the other side of the bracket with the ladies, TCU and Texas, which was also a good game.
Oh,
Yeah.
Man, that was a good game.
It's a shame that when they're playing this way, somebody has to lose the game.
Yeah.
And the fact that I was honestly hoping for a USC women's final, to be perfectly honest with you.
UCLA.
Yeah.
No, USC, University of South Carolina, University of Southern California.
Oh yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
Really?
So I was kind of hoping for
Okay.
that. I was kind of hoping for that. Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
Just because which school gonna lay claim to USC? So it's just like when LSU and Clemson play football. What team is gonna have Death Valley? But anyway, like we said it last week, when Juju went down, that was it for USC. I mean, they're not as deep as they were last year. They're a great team, and they put up a great fight. But
yes, they did.
It's just like in the NFL. Once you lose your quarterback, your Hall of Fame quarterback, your team is expected to take a dip.
Yeah, or better yet, like you say, when you lose your quarterback, and you remember, I called my Eagles out again when we played San Francisco. They was down to McCaffrey throwing the ball, running the ball in the NFC Championship game, and that's what the ball's down to. You recruit these players, and you got that one-star player. When that one-star player goes down, you wish everybody else could step up, but it's hard to replace those points like that. Very hard.
Very
so,
31
who you got?
on the street.
Yeah. How many did she have? 31. Okay, so
had 22. There.
Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah. So Shata, who you got in the championship? And one thing I want to say before you answer this, we say that we the original USC until the Trojans come around. They said we the real one. Y'all just pretend to be. Y'all just got South Carolina in your name. So that's how they really roll. So Shata, who you got in the Final Four? Well, we already know the Final Four, but who you got in the championship game?
I think it's going to be inevitably UConn versus South Carolina. That if that doesn't happen, because number one, South Carolina has dominated the ladies scene for the last couple years.
Yeah,
with Asia Wilson, you know what I'm saying, and the old girl last year with
Boston. Asia Wilson, Boston.
Yeah, they dominated the airwaves for the last couple years. It was UConn, and then Notre Dame sprinkled in there, and then you have, you Stanford sprinkled in there. But for the most part, it's been a UConn, Tennessee kind of thing back and forth. And come on, man, it's Gino Auriemma. The dude is going to go down as one of the all-time greatest female basketball coaches to ever walk the earth. Brady's status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't sleep on Dawn, because here's the thing with Dawn Staley. A lot of cats don't understand that Dawn Staley basically revived Temple University's lady basketball program
Yeah.
And then she went to South Carolina.
Yeah.
And revived South Carolina daggone basketball program.
She did just
Well, she didn't revive basketball in South Carolina. There was no women basketball. She built that program, man. And I'm saying, I'm being honest. I'm being real. When it comes down to college sports, South Carolina always have a decent baseball team. They win the national championship one year, but usually basketball and football, we are the stepchildren. It's usually Clemson. I hate to say it. It's usually Clemson, but Dawn Staley came to the University of South Carolina and she built that program and she put it on the map. And now you see the hard work. And now it's hard to get people to come to South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? They always recruit from the inside. But now you got people wanting to come to play for her from other states. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's testament to her coaching style and the way that she calls the game. That's just my personal opinion. But Tim Dog.
All I gotta say is, Dawn, for all those out there that know Dawn Staley, just tell her, remember Korea, the Dragon, 2002, 2003 New Year's party. She know what I'm talking about.
Okay, she know what you're talking about. Okay, then. I ain't gonna say nothing. I said,
hey, do y'all remember Tisha Pinachero? Do y'all remember Tisha Pinachero?
That name sound familiar.
Tisha Pinachero was literally the white chocolate of daggone the WNBA when he started. She played for the Sacramento Monarchs. Bro, check her resume, son.
Okay, then. I got you. Tim Dog, who you got, man? Who you got winning that national championship on the women's side?
I'm gonna go with the Fighting Chickens. I mean, they gonna beat up on Texas. I mean, them girls can play. And UCLA, UConn. I don't think UConn is gonna win it easily because UCLA is a good team. Them women are pretty good, but I'm going with the Fighting Chickens to win it all. But between UConn and UCLA,
oh, don't worry, we'll go ahead and make you a believer too. All I gotta tell you, Jesus Shuttlesworth, Shuttlesworth.
You know that wasn't real, right? That was a movie.
I'm just saying.
I'm just making sure you know. And Matt Professor, I'm glad that Tim Dog said UCLA. UCLA is the overrun number one pick, and nobody's basically picking them to win it all. Are you?
I don't know yet, to be perfectly honest with you, because the UCLA did to LSU what I said they would do. They'd use their size.
Yes.
Because I told y'all coming into the tournament that LSU was going to lose to a team with size on their side because LSU is small. UCLA is that team.
And you also say that your girl really, y'all star player, she doing too much.
Yeah. And you can see she was worn down by the end of the tournament. You can see she was tired as hell. Yeah. And the only thing that gives me pause to picking South Carolina is the three teams that are there with them, didn't they lose at least one game to each of these teams this year?
Yeah, he lost UCLA, they lost to UConn.
And UConn beat their record. Or stopped their streak rather. And they lost to Texas.
Yeah.
And then they lost to Texas until the SEC finals, SEC tournament.
That is true.
Like I said, this is a hard one. I'm gonna pick UCLA simply because they're bigger than everybody left, to be perfectly honest with you.
I got you.
And I think they'll play Texas, but I don't know.
I got you. Pharaoh King, I know you say you didn't watch it, so go ahead and get your coin out, flip it. flip it. Who you got with the championship?
You muted Pharaoh.
You muted Pharaoh. You muted
Pharaoh. You muted. His earphones must not be in. Oh, there we go. There we go.
There you go. Hit the mute button. You got a new phone, but you got the same old computer now. Now we can hear you.
Y'all remember that movie Radio?
Oh, god damn. That's not right. That wasn't right at all.
I ain't worried about him.
Yeah.
Worried about his ass.
Yeah, but
no, I got
something quick like when you mentioned the movie Radio, you know that's built based off of the guy out of South Carolina, right? Right outside of Charleston. So
right.
Yeah. Like most people don't know that, but yeah. But go ahead, Don. And it wasn't me. Okay, Tim Dog. I know you probably gonna think it was me. No, it wasn't me. But go ahead.
He was about to say it too.
I know. Go ahead, Pharaoh.
Why y'all always got to put facts out?
Leave it on the radio.
Go ahead, Pharaoh.
So I got UCLA with South Carolina and South Carolina winning it.
You know what, dude? The thing that's crazy is you're doing that on purpose, but it's cool.
Hey, before we move on, of course, y'all know I'm going with the Lady Gamecocks as well. It's just something about Dawn Staley. Of course, she's from Philly, you know, representing Philly all day, and then she brings something to this team because that young guard that got Wiley, man, that girl, she could ball.
Hey, listen.
But not Tim Dub, but Mad Professor, you made a great point though. South Carolina, even though they've been winning hard though. It wasn't a cakewalk. All their game wasn't cakewalks. So eventually they have to get it together, or just like you said, they done lost to all these teams that's still in the dance. So if they don't get it together, I could see UConn winning it, but my gut says that South Carolina is going to pull it out. You know, am I wrong for thinking that way?
No, not at all. And that's the problem is all of these teams are so well matched. You can't just say, I see this team beating the living piss out of this team. You can't see that.
Just like
And Shaka, I'm gonna come to you. And I wrote this question down just for you. Do you consider UConn an underdog in this year's Final Four? Now I'm being honest because you look at UCLA, you look at South Carolina. UConn hasn't been UConn for a few years now. You can admit that. Because usually UConn have that 31-0. UConn finally back to being UConn. So it's a fair question. Do you consider them to be the underdog this Final Four? I'm just being honest.
You don't like the question.
Yes.
Okay. See?
Oh, all right.
Oh, what the hell?
What I'm talking about. All right.
The reason why I'm going to say yes to that question is, number one is, don't ever get it twisted. I would never go against UConn. But I am also a respecter of the game. And you got to understand, the injury that Juju Watkins just had, Paige Beckers had the same injury that first year she was already.
And I remember you say that. You said that last week, I believe.
Yeah,
correct.
You did.
She had the same exact injury. And Paige Beckers went and rehabilitated herself. And then she was out for a whole year. And then she's coming back. So that in and of itself gives me great hope for Juju, because I think Juju is like this age LeBron James and women's basketball.
Oh, so overrated.
Caitlin Clark did her thing. Yeah, I understand that. But when you're talking about overall reading the court, understanding, she's got a nice mixture of street ball, court smarts, and the ability to drop the shot like Kyrie Irving in awkward positions.
I got
what I'm saying. So she's a next generation player, and which is why I'm praying so hard that she comes back. But right now, with her going down, I automatically I was like, Paige Beckers, she got that jump shot like Ray Allen, man. That thing is pure as hell.
And I'm glad you brought up Juju, and I'm coming to you, Tim Dog. You know, we all saw the injury. We all saw how she went down. Do you believe that she'd be able to come back? Do you even think she's gonna be able to play next year?
Yes.
At all, Tim Dog. So
I mean, the way sports medicine is today, and especially at USC, which is probably one of the top schools in sports medicine there is, she's gonna come out unscathed. I mean, she's gonna do well as long as she properly rehabilitate herself and trust the process, trust the doctors. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And the same thing, question for you, Aunt Farrell. Even shout out to Farrell's daughter, because she's on sports medicine, correct?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Sports
medicine as well. So tell me, Farrell, do you think that she'd be able to come back and be the player that she once was?
Only if her mind lets her become that player. Because I know a lot of times injuries.
Good point.
You want to be able to do some certain things, but in your mind, you'll pull up a few things. I know I couldn't run like I used to, and I believe it's because I thought that I was going to tear something up again. So, and no matter what I did to try to overcome that, You always start thinking like, "Oop, wait a minute, I think I stepped wrong," or so. And the doctors go in there, mess with your knee and stuff, be like it's stronger than it was before, but in your mind, you just don't feel that comfort zone. So it's up to her mentally if she's going to put like this. Not everybody's going to be Adrian Peterson.
Facts.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like 8 months, this dude was running over jokers. Like that's amazing.
He won MVP.
Yeah.
And what MVP? Yeah. Same question to you, Matt Professor. Do you see her coming back being stronger, or like Pharaoh, man? I never thought about that point that you just made. The mindset, because you know how you get out there and you get out there. No, but you get out there and you thinking, I don't want to step this way because it's all. Even though the doctor said your knee is 100%, it's stronger than it once was, or better, it's it's about the same. But now it's the mind game. Do you think she'd be able to come back and be the player that she is? Go ahead.
Sean Livingston is a good example of
great example.
That didn't come back the way he did.
And I was gonna bring him up. I was gonna bring him up because when he came back, you could see he was tentative to even almost run down the court. He jogged, but he wasn't.
But he wasn't full sprint.
Yeah, he wasn't sprinting. But that and that's with any injury. It's like when I was in a car accident, I was afraid to drive a car for a little while. When I accidentally discharged my firearm in the house, I didn't want to look at that goddamn gun for a long time.
I feel
you. So you do that shit in the house, man.
Look, man, shut the fuck up.
Everybody go through stuff. Stop tripping.
But PTSD is that's why I always take when somebody say they have some form of PTSD, I always take that shit seriously, because trauma can come back at any moment. I mean, Juju, like you said, she can have surgery, her knee be strong as hell. Yeah. But if she not comfortable, are they going to force her to be on the court, or are they going to let her come back into it at her own pace?
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. And then, like some players, when they get injured, they got to wear that sleeve. You never wore a sleeve before. You wear a brace. You never wore a brace before, and that kind of reminds you of the injury that you had. And I'm glad you brought that up, Pharaoh, with the mental aspect of it.
That's another thing. They don't want you to play with that brace, but you go out there thinking it's going to make you a better player. And all it does is
up your other knee. It hinders you and messes up your other joint.
Yeah, but see, man, damn, this is why we great mind think alike, because this takes us right into our next topic. Oh man, everybody's talking about it. Oh, Shotzi, we might not be talking about your Yankees no more, because it seems as though they don't find them a secret weapon.
Controversy in Major League Baseball right now. At the center of it all, the so-called torpedo bat being used by some New York Yankees. The bats are designed to have more wood in the sweet spot where the batter most often makes contact, hopefully good contact, giving them a distinct bulge. The league says the bat is in compliance with league rules, so there's really nothing stopping other teams from using it. While it may be all smiles for the Yankees, not everybody's happy about it.
Should it be legal? No. Is it cheating? Yeah, it is.
I think it's pretty good business right there, right? Where you hit the ball, put some more mass in the sweet spot.
That was developed by a former Yankees coach who also happens to be a former physics professor with a doctorate from MIT.
I know we got two baseball enthusiasts on here. I'm talking about, Tim Dog, I see you got the Orioles back there, but I'm coming to you first, Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Is the torpedo bat legal or illegal in your opinion?
No. And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Somebody got some sense today.
No, it's illegal, or no, it's legal.
It's legal.
It's legal now, but in your opinion, you
said it's illegal, and I'm like, no, it isn't. When you say is it legal or is it illegal?
I'm talking in your opinion, because I guess what I'm saying with the guys say it's a form of cheating because they made the sweet spot wider.
No, they didn't.
Okay, go ahead.
No, they didn't.
No, that's what the guy said in the thing.
No, it did not.
No.
It did not make the sweet
spot.
spot.
It didn't say that.
All it did was elongate the daggone whole sweet spot.
So hold on.
He did say the size of the sweet spot where the batter want to hit the ball. Yes, he did.
Listen to what the guy said.
No, I know what the guy said. No, I know what he said. He didn't say they elongated the bat. No, they did not.
No, he didn't say elongated the bat. He said the sweet spot. He said there's more wood in the sweet spot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The sweet spot
no, I don't think it's illegal. It's fair game because they used this bat last season.
Okay.
It's just the Yankees has the coach that actually developed the bat. So they want to say that the Yankees are using has an advantage. but it's not. All they did was put like this. Aaron Judge hit 4 home runs off of that pitcher with a traditional bat because his sweet spot is at the end of the damn bat. That's all it is. And so if you look at a softball bat, it's the same thing. Uniform. Right, it's uniform across all the way up to the base. Correct. So if you look at it, it still has the same diameters. All they did was take where a person normally hits it. Put like this: you ever see a batter get up to the plate and they choke up on the bat
and choke up to the plate?
Right, they choke up to the bat because they're getting the bat to get the fat part of the bat in their sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of doing that, the physicist, which was their coach, just said, you know what? Instead of you choking up, we're going to give you a regular swing, but we're going to take that whatever the 2.6 whatever diameter is. We're going to move that to where you normally would hit it if you choked up on the bat.
Let's not speed past that because there might be some Trump supporters on here.
Don't worry about that shit.
MIT graduate in physics.
Right, in physics. So all they did was just move the sweet spot that a normal, like all the batters have different sweet spots, and their bats is designed for them. Because everybody use their own bats anyway.
I got you. But Matt Professor, I'm coming to you, but I'm gonna play the video again because I heard something totally different than what you just said, Farrell. I understand what you're saying, but Matt Professor, maybe I need to put my hearing aids in.
Controversy in Major League Baseball right now. At the center of it all, the so-called torpedo bat being used by some New York Yankees. The bats are designed to have more wood in the sweet spot where the batter most often makes contact, hopefully good contact, giving them a distinct bulge. The league says the bat is in compliance with league rules, so there's really nothing stopping other teams from using it. While it may be all smiles for the Yankees, not everybody's happy about it.
Should it be legal? No. Is it cheating? Yeah, it is.
I think it's pretty good business right there, right? Where you hit the ball, put some more mass in the sweet spot.
That was developed by a former Yankees coach who also happens to be a former physics professor with a doctorate from MIT.
So, Matt Professor, I'm not crazy. That's what I heard, right?
Yeah. No, you didn't. Say it one more time. What you said?
They put more mass in the sweet spot. That's what he said.
No, you said they made the bat longer. Is what you said.
I didn't say made longer. I said they put more mass in the sweet spot. That's what I said.
He said they made the sweet spot larger for the batter.
No, guys, listen. They didn't make it larger. If you look at a traditional bat,
they made
the end of the bat is the largest, right?
They made the two ends. They tapered the end and the two ends. What made the sweet spot mass bigger. I understand what you're saying. They didn't change the bat. They just made. I got you. Go ahead, Matt.
I think they said it's legal because of the weight of the bat hasn't changed. They just changed where the sweet spot is. But here's my thing.
Not it.
I don't care, Pharaoh. I really don't care. I've been complaining about the stupidity and the longevity of all these dumbass baseball rules for the fucking longest. So anything to bring interest to the game. I mean, I've never been a giant baseball fan, but anything that'll bring interest to the game, I'm all for it. And again, as long as every other team can exploit this shit, I'm good with it. I don't care.
They've been using this for 2 seasons now.
I don't care. That's what I'm saying. I really don't give a damn, to be perfectly honest with you.
And I think what it is, if I come to you out there, it's because it's the Yankees. Because it's the Yankees, and the Yankees, I think they had like 9 runs, 20 to something, one game,
27, something like that.
Yeah, because it's the Yankees, and then of course one of the guys, I think that's the dude from Barstool. Of course, you saw what hat he had on. He's from Boston, so anything dealing with Boston and goddamn the Yankees, they're gonna believe that it's a cheating device. But Shata, your thoughts, man, on the torpedo bat?
First of all, I like the way you was going with the Boston thing. You know what? All of the people them in Boston, Massachusetts, they like to run their mouth about Big Papi and all the big green monster and all that Shagres, dumb blows us. Nobody don't care about all of that. You understand? Boston, Massachusetts, there's nothing nice about it other than it just snows there continually during the winter months. The Yankees at least have some time with the summertime, they can do something. Listen, We're gonna talk about something I'm sure later on in the show that have the same thing with this Yankees thing. Yo, the Atlanta Braves just ordered a bunch of torpedo bats, and guess what? When them start use them, there's going to be another team that order them, just like all of that. Just like when them say Barry Bonds, Imtech steroids. What does that have to do with your hand and eye coordination? You see what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. The shit that people that are gonna be mad about. So I'm gonna tell you like this right now. Torpedo bats are here to stay because teams are already ordering and already made a decision on it. Point blank. They're here, they're legal, there's nothing you can say about it. And you could be mad at the Yankees, you can be mad at the Braves, you can be mad at the dang all that Dodgers use it. I don't care. It's a bat. Everybody got access to it. Go ahead and order you something. Stop crying.
Well, I would say this to you, Shata. Steroids was legal at one point in time as well until they had made it illegal. I hate to say that.
Go ahead and do what you
right?
do.
No, I'm being honest.
But as long as you haven't failed the test, you haven't taken them.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, right. Steroids was legal until a certain point, and then they made it illegal. And just like coming to you,
because certain people with melanin, daggone it, steroids.
Yeah, I'm just saying you, Tim Dog, because everybody know during that era, everybody they used to make the commercial. Everybody loved the long ball. that was the commercial. Everybody loved the long ball, but now with the torpedo bat coming to you, Tim Dog, your thoughts on that? And do you think that they should go back to the regular bat? And another question I want you to answer what the Mad Professor said, because I'm not a baseball head. You know what I'm saying? Only time I watch baseball during the playoffs and the World Series. I can't watch the 182 games. I don't give a damn. Like,
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, but my thing is, now we'll talk about baseball, because baseball was America's pastime. Then it fell off. Now the interest is back because of the torpedo bat and because of the Yankees hitting those goddamn balls out the park. Your thoughts, Tim Dog?
Well, it's not just the Yankees who have the bats right now. You have the Dodgers and I think the Padres. Use them. So I mean, like Farrell said, this is nothing new. It's just that it's getting more popularity because more players are using it, and it's effective. As far as being illegal, if it was illegal, the Major League Baseball would have said something last season when they started using them. So I don't
actually 2023.
Yeah, that was on 23.
Yeah, they started using them 2023.
No, okay. I know that. What I'm saying, last year it was popularized. This year the Yankees made it what it is.
Yeah, and it's just not just the Yankees using these bats, but I mean, if Major League Baseball doesn't have a problem with it right now, so why should anyone else? It's part of the rules. Rules, like Man on the Street said, steroids were legal at one time, so they started testing for it, and now you don't. But I'm sure that every baseball player is probably happy that this is coming along because it makes their game better, gives them better odds of hitting the ball, and that just puts more pressure on the pitcher to try and strike them out. That's it.
Yeah, and the only reason I say because of the Yankees, because it's the teams that a lot of people identify with. You can go anywhere. It's two teams, I believe, professional sports. You go any way in the world, and you're gonna see a Cowboy hat and you're gonna see a Yankee hat. Yeah. And you might see a Dodger here and there. But what I'm saying is, when you talking baseball, most people either the Dodgers or the Yankees, and that's why I say the Yankees. Either other team may be using them. The Braves order, but the Braves is more of a Southern type team. The Yankees is a worldwide team.
Yeah,
and that's why I say that. I think that's why it's getting more, because the Yankees were the one that to basically be using it more. Not saying that other teams are not using them. It's just that the Yankees being the Yankees. You know what I'm saying? Even Jay-Z say, well, he make the Yankee hat more famous than the Yankee. Well, we all know that's not true.
He's gonna go ahead and pull an Ari Melber out in his joint.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what the problem with the Yankees doing it is. Year after year, the Yankees have the highest payroll in sports.
Yeah.
And when they don't win, their fans and them whine about the shit. So any advantage they give themselves, look, they're seen as cheating. I'm sorry, Carter. I'm sorry, but you know the damn truth. You know the truth.
We're not gonna do that. You
know
just
the
said
truth.
all their fans, nigga. You can't
You know the
generalize.
truth, Shada.
Okay. Oh, I'm
You
just
did,
saying.
in fact, you
no,
did it last
I'm
year.
supposed to
You
just
did it
believe
last
that
year
you
when
go ahead and
they
eat
lost in the
roadkill.
playoffs. You did it
You
last
eat
year, Shada.
roadkill. You
Come
eat
on.
roadkill.
Come on. Don't get mad at me.
No, I'm just saying,
Man.
you eat roadkill. That's what we doing
Don't
right
get mad
now.
at me for telling the truth, Shada.
I'm
Because
just
soon as they lost,
okay
you
then.
was like,
Okay.
oh, man, you
Motherfuckers
saw
say
that
we lost.
bullshit.
I
That
just want to let
bullshit,
it be
they lost.
known. It's been said on this daggone podcast that people from Louisiana like to pick crows up on the side of the road and skin them joints and fry them up.
Don't get mad.
And that's
Don't
dinner.
get mad, Shada. Don't get
You
mad.
know what Shadow said. You can't understand a word he's saying.
Don't get mad, man. It's the truth.
But you made a great point because it's the Yankees. I think that's why it's getting the play that is, because like y'all say, it even started last year. 2023? You ain't heard much about it, but then, like I said, that one game the Yankees. That's why I say when they had all those runs. Now they basically
And what's
because
funny
it's
is
the
they
Yankees.
haven't hit like that since that first game. They're fifth in
Because
hitting.
because the Brewers have those shitty ass
That's
bench. Hell, like the bullpen.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
hell, when you throw
Yeah.
meatballs across the plate, you're supposed to knock this shit out the
You
park.
are so disrespectful.
Yeah.
I just want you for
Look
somebody
what
who
happened
don't
when they
follow
played
the sport,
the
you
who
are
was it, the
mad
Diamondbacks beat
disrespectful
that
on
ass.
so many levels.
They saw four pitches.
But
Yeah, man. Hey, they have like slow pitch softball out there, man.
but rules are there to be changed. And let's go ahead and talk about a couple of rules in the NFL that they have changed.
I got
All right, we have a few rule changes to pass along here from the league meetings, Greeny. The first is that overtime, the rule that both teams had to possess the football, now has been expanded into the regular season. The proposal to amend overtime to 15 minutes, it goes back to 10 minutes. So it's 10 minutes, but each team now, even in the regular season, will get the chance to possess the football. They've expanded replay assist to include other plays. We'll get more information about that. And Detroit's proposal that would basically make pass interference or defensive holding not necessarily a first down, that was denied despite Dan Campbell's plea. So a few rule changes here, and we still haven't gotten to the tush push, which will be the most anticipated news of the day, whether the league owners decide to keep that rule in place or whether they decide to ban the tush push for the coming season. Here's what we're hearing at the league meetings. There is certainly a hotly contested topic here. There's more support for banning the tush push, but we don't know yet, Greeny, if it's going to be enough to ban it altogether for the season.
All right, we're going to talk about tush push a little later, but I'm coming to you first on Matt, Professor, because they talked about a couple of rules changes. And the rules that you heard, do you agree with them or do you think they're going to be effective? And then they did another rule that they did. They're going to the electronic ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Start having the chain game.
Which they should have done years ago.
Yeah, they should have done years ago. So basically the question is, what are your thoughts on the new NFL rule changes for the 2025-27 football season?
What was the first one that they brought up before the
both of them going to get
overtime. I thought he said
yeah.
before overtime. I'm so sick of this bullshit. These whining fucking teams because they lose in overtime. Oh, I want to have the ball too. Fuck you. Score. Beat them. You want to change overtime? Don't go to fucking overtime. Win in the goddamn win during the 60 minutes of the fucking game. It's already longer goddamn enough, you pussies. That's what pisses me off about when they changed the overtime rules from sudden death when the Saints beat Brett Favre in the damn NFC title game. Why it has to be changed? Because y'all fucking boy lost. Look, you fucking pussies. My team lose, I take the fucking loss. I take the L. I don't care. But everybody always want to whine when their team. They always want to change the fucking rules when their team loses in overtime. Your team ain't good enough. Shut the fuck up. Either it ends in a tie or you lose. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Matt. I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was going to say them not changing. I understand why they didn't want to change the rule for awarding a first down for pass interference, but the defensive
legal
holding
contact.
shit to me, legal contact. Yeah. The first down on a defensive holding is always pissed me off because I've always said if offense hold, they should lose the fucking down. Take the penalty yardage and lose the goddamn down. Because referees get too much leeway with what they call defensive holding and illegal contact. I'm sorry, they just fucking do, and that decides games.
And
it be off the ball. It don't even be the person.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, that's bullshit. across the field.
I'm like I said, if they want to keep it for pass interference, I'm good with that one. Because if you in the NFL as a defender, you should know the rules. I mean, if somebody gonna catch a long touchdown over you of 20-something plus yards, go ahead, drag them down. Fuck it, I don't care. But defensive holding and illegal contact, those piss me off so much. Getting that cheap ass 5 yards in the first fucking down. That was the third one, that second or third one. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I'll have to watch the video in just a moment again. I'll rewind it on one of my other tabs while somebody else talking. But those are the two that piss me off the most.
And, basically, with the overtime rule before I come to you, Farrell, is that I know you talking about the Saints game, but the game with the Chiefs and the Bills, Josh Allen didn't get a chance to get the ball because the Chiefs went down and scored. I think that was their first Super Bowl, I believe. That's one of the best games as well. But Farrell, your thoughts on the NFL rule changes for the 2025 season?
I agree. Like I said, the legal contact and pass, whatever, not pass interference,
defensive holding.
Yeah, defensive. Though that right there needs to be relooked at again. I think this year now, touchbacks they come out to the 35.
35 now, yeah.
Dang.
So you want more returns, but the first time you want player safety. So now, you're moving the ball again so you can get more returns.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding that. I don't understand why you mess with it in the first place.
I guess they want more scoring. I guess.
Well, I get that, but you worry about player safety. But now, I don't understand it. You're moving the ball around to get more people involved in the game. You should have never messed with it in the first place because nobody wanted that rule change other than the league.
Yeah.
Right. So you got that. The overtime rules go back to sudden death. Win that shit in regular possessions or sudden death. The games are too damn long. They was going for 15 minutes. They kept it at 10. I think it should be 5 minutes.
Right.
Why are we out here playing around? You guys are getting paid to win the game. It's not college, and I'm sick and tired of people talking about college rules. If you want college rules, watch a college fucking football game.
Right.
We're paying money for people to go out here and win. Stop prolonging stuff. And then of course, like Mad Professor say, about time they use a computer to measure the ball because they do it in every other sport but football.
Yeah. And before I come to you, Shanta, it's usually not the chain gang. It's usually the goddamn ref when he spots the ball.
Oh, right.
Spot. It's not the chain. Right. The chain gang just coming and pulling out the chain wherever the referee spots the ball.
Right.
So it's usually the ref that basically fucking up the spot, not the chain.
Who was it that in that fucking in the Buffalo game? How many times did the referees spot the ball in the wrong damn spot?
Yeah.
Well, what about the college game where the guy was clearly a foot behind the damn marker and he gave him a first down?
That was against South Carolina, and that's where Davian Clowney got that basically the first round draft pick because I forgot who was playing. He hit that dude.
Man, come on.
He hit that dude behind the line, cost the dude the fumble, then he recovered the fumble. That's what Davian Clowney got his fame from. So Shanta, your thoughts on the rule changes?
All I have to say is I'm listening to everything everybody say, and I feel I love football. It's my favorite sport of all time. But I'm gonna tell you like this right now. It's more watching all of this idiot, dumb, uncalled for rule changing to accommodate somebody's feelings, and because you feel you can't beat somebody. Listen, man, football is supposed to be the original sport for gladiators.
Right.
The last time I checked, I watched Spartacus, I watched Ben-Hur, I watched I ain't seen none of them gladiators crying when they in the ring.
That's what I'm saying, bro. This shit is.
I would say this. I don't think it's the players. I don't think the players, because the players just want to play. It's the owners. It's the owners that basically I think they want the changes, so that they can get more money in their pocket. The players are going to
Yeah.
go out there and play. We seen those guys go out there and play, but I don't think it's more of them. I think it's more of the owners.
Okay, well, to that I say this. I completely agree with your take on that. No pun intended. Oh, damn Steven and the damn Candyland ass dude. But I'm just saying.
What that mean?
I'm just saying that is a very good point.
Who knows?
But I just didn't think that we will be dealing with Candyland business and then I just didn't think we would be dealing with it all across sports. I thought that was just something specifically that's centered on that daggone nasty ass, puke ass, blue ass damn star, but it's all good.
Damn.
Yeah, I kind of understand what you're saying, but I guess what I'm saying for come you, Tim Dog, is that when you look at it, and we all say this, man. When I guess I say this, if your team has a chance, if the other team go down and score and the game is over, you always wonder, dang, I wonder if we got the ball, will we have scored and won the game? And I think that's what the owners are saying. It's not. I don't think it's just me. Some fans want that too. But our quarterback didn't even get a chance to go out there and win the game.
I don't give a damn. You have 4 quarters to do that shit.
I got that. Hey, I'm tracking with you, but I'm just saying that's the optic that they're looking at. Hey, and in the NFL thinking money as well, because that Kansas City Chiefs game, when it came down to it, that's one of the best last minute AFC championship game between the Bills and the Chiefs. And boy went down there and scored. And then Patrick Mahomes went down and scored. And then but then Josh Allen didn't get the ball back. Then some people wonder, dang, I wonder if Josh Allen had got the ball back.
Didn't do their damn job. So
I'm tracking with you. I'm tracking with you, but I'm just saying is in some people's mind, they saying, dang, I wonder if Josh Allen had got that ball one more time. What would have happened?
That's what make you great. And that's what make you great.
I'm tracking with you, but I'm just saying in some people's mind, they probably saying, damn, if Josh Allen had got the ball back, would the Bills have won that game and then go on to win the championship? But we'll never know. So, Tim Dog, your thoughts on the rule changes?
Some rules are changed because popularity. Some rules are changed because of safety. One rule that I'm reading is crazy that I didn't even know was really a rule is the uniforms. They can mix and match, their throwbacks and alternate helmets with their regular jerseys. And I'm like, why they couldn't do that before? In other words, they can mix and max now. Mix and max.
Mix and match.
Yeah, Professor.
I got down Baltimore school system.
That's all.
Damn.
In South Carolina, do y'all even have schools? Oh, I'm sorry. Anyway.
What's wrong with this dude, man?
Wait.
Damn.
Oh,
damn.
But that was one thing that caught my eye that as a rule change. I'm like, man. But another thing is instant replay. They still can't go back and review something and see a foul, but can't call a foul. I'm like,
I got you. See, Tim Dog. I was gonna let you get your statement out first. See, we may not have schools, but you got into the Army when you heard the bell ring. You was on one of NCO schools, and they were changing class. You was like, "What y'all doing? We going from class to class." You usually stay in the same class all damn day, so don't go there.
you suffering from asbestos abuse.
All right.
Hitting your head on that bus window and licking all that shit off of
At least we changed classes though. But anyway.
I changed class from one seat to another.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is not your usual sports show.
This shit always go to the left.
I'm like Marshawn Lynch. I'm just so I don't get fined.
Yeah. I'm here. But I agree with everybody. I do agree, man. Some of these rules are stupid. But fellas, I don't know if y'all like me because I'm tired of hearing about this goddamn tush push now.
We got breaking news out of the NFL with the Packers' proposal to ban the tush push has been tabled. That's the latest from our Jonathan Jones. Team owners, medical personnel, and coaches will continue to discuss that with potential for a new vote at the next meeting for the league there in May. In order to ban the tush push, 24 owners would have to vote in favor of making the change. Our Jonathan Jones reported today that 16 teams oppose the rule to ban the play.
I know we done talked this shit to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just, because it's just like the torpedo bat we talked about earlier. Everybody could do it, but because one team does it better than the others, you don't like the rule. And then I guess there's no evidence showing that people actually got hurt on the play. They just don't like the play and the opposite of it. So Tim Dog, and I wrote this question out. I'm gonna make sure I put this bitch up. Are you tired of hearing about the tush push, just like I am?
I mean, why are we talking about it? There are teams who have stopped it.
Why are we still talking about it?
Exactly.
And
it's in the news.
I mean, God dang. The only reason why people upset because they can't do anything about it. But yet, if their team was the one doing it, they wouldn't be saying it.
Yeah,
So,
well,
you know it's coming, prepare for it. Just like any other play on any other team. Shoot,
Yeah.
the Washington Commanders stopped them in the playoff. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. So it can be done.
stop who?
The Commanders stopped the Philadelphia Eagles tush push 3 times in a row in the playoffs last year. This year. Remember that?
No.
Okay, then you need to go and watch some reviews then.
Yeah, I can watch it. I saw that game, but
No,
anyway, but I'll let you go. I'll let you go.
Goal line stand. Remember that goal line stand? They stopped them 3 times.
Okay, then.
They did do that.
Okay, I didn't see that, but we will see. But anyway, I'll come to you, bad professor. I'll come to you, bad professor, because I know that it doesn't look like a great play, but people have been running the quarterback sneaks forever in a damn day.
Mhm.
And I understand that on the defense, you can't push a person, you can't pull a person.
Right.
So the offense is basically getting the advantage because they can get behind the person and actually push them. But the same thing with the torpedo bat, everybody got the chance to do it. It's just that a couple of teams does it better than other teams. And there's no evidence that people actually got hurt on the play. So why would you want to ban it, Matt Professor? And of course, I know you tired of talking about it too.
Well, yeah, because I said last year, you want to stop it, stop them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that simple. Stop the fucking play.
Yeah.
To me, and like you said, it's
What are we talking about?
there's
Right
been nobody injured doing it as far as you can tell. It's just like
Yeah.
how old is the NFL? Is it 70 seasons now, I think?
100 years old.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And they banned a defensive player jumping over a defender on the kickoff. How many centers was hurt during the kickoff? Long snapping the ball.
Yeah.
I don't ever remember a one. Not a fucking one. But they change stupid rules. They make stupid rules rather to appease the owners, because the owners are unfortunately the owners, the billionaire owners, because there's not one NFL owner who's not a billionaire.
Yeah.
That
right.
And very few of them, I don't think any owners even ever played football, has actually been on the goddamn field seeing how this shit is played.
Yeah.
So
I
mean,
think Jerry Jones played for Oklahoma.
Jerry Jones ain't play shit.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he played
Jerry
for
Jones
Oklahoma.
ain't.
Him and Barry Switzer.
Him and Barry
Jerry-
Switzer was the
Jerry
same
Jo-
team. Yeah.
Jerry Jones played the racist uncle at dinner. That's what the fuck he played.
And all I've been saying all season Candyland, and yeah, not everybody laughing.
But they
because
do
that
all
one
these
is right.
they do all these stupid ass changes that don't improve the game. And this is one, like I said, I've never cared, because the tush push is successful 83% of the time. That's that's almost every other play.
Yeah.
I mean, every play has a nearly 83% success rate. So who fucking cares?
Yeah.
Especially in the NFL now.
Yeah. And Farrell, I'm coming to you, Farrell. Maybe because they took it out of the defense, because you could have pushed the player on the defense You could have, like you say, jump over the lineman. Now on the kicker, you can't even line over the center no more.
Right.
They got to line up
Yeah.
outside of the center. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they're basically saying they're giving the offense. Don't get me wrong now. It's my Eagles, so you know I love to play. But I could understand the other side say, hey, y'all took away that we can't do basically the same thing that y'all say that the offense could do.
Well, the offense has
Fair.
always had an advantage, you know,
Right.
over the defense.
Yeah.
With that being said, you have 10 yards to stop the team from getting 10 yards. Stop the
Right.
motherfucker from getting 10 yards.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Right?
want to
So
be
the
honest,
only
you have
reason they
100
doing
yards
the
to stop them
because you
from
have
getting somewhere.
right. You got a foot or something that they got to get, and then he rides the ass of somebody, and they push one guy over. They've been doing that anyway. Like quarterback
Yeah.
sneaks. Tom Brady
Yeah.
got that stuff done. You know, Cam Newton was doing it,
Yeah.
but because I'm not going to say it, but because of the quarterback that the Eagles have, I believe they don't like it being done. So
Yeah. Basically, because a quarterback can, I got you, Pharaoh. A quarterback that can squat 600 pounds.
yeah. So
yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
are you really tush pushing, or he actually pushing himself?
Yeah.
So I would say that at the end of the day, man, the flag football rules that they have that they don't like, make the game more competitive. Then just like basketball, let's hand check again.
Right.
Football,
I got you.
let's hit a dude when he's running across the middle before he gets the ball, like before. That he'll start running across the fucking middle. Because I
Yeah.
think Edelman and Welker was killing folks running across the middle without getting
Yes,
touched.
they were.
Yeah.
Yes, they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, the game has changed to where the offense has the, advantage. What I would like to see, and besides the illegal contact and defensive holding, is offensive hands to the face on running backs when they put their fingers in the face mask of the defender when they stiff arming.
Yeah.
I would love to see that, because at the end of the day, that gives the offensive player more of an advantage. If
Yeah.
you put him on top of the head or you stiff arm him, like Derrick Henry, he don't put his hand in his face. He throws motherfuckers away. Throw him away then.
Yeah.
But I would like to see that rule change.
Yeah, before I come to you, shot to talk about tush push, who's the running back that says something, or maybe it was a skit? They say that whenever somebody put their like the running back, you put your hand in front of my face mask. That's all you. Once you put it inside my face mask, that's all mine.
That's right.
So I'm gonna bite you.
Right. Right.
I don't remember who said that, but I remember hearing that.
Right.
Yeah. So
Well,
shout
you
to your thoughts,
crazy.
man. I'm just being honest. Shit, all that is you right there. But what you put inside my helmet, that's mine.
That's right.
So,
If
so
your
shout to
finger
your
decide
thoughts.
to go through the cage,
Yeah.
that's mine.
That's mine. I'm biting. Yeah. So shout to man. Are you tired of hearing about the tush push as I am? And I'm an Eagles fan, so
Personally, they could go ahead and keep talking about it because it ain't going nowhere. That's just how I feel about it. Because the fact of the matter is, I am entirely tired of the media and the pundits and the people pulling the levers behind the scenes, pushing these narratives forward that don't mean shit. Bro, every single time black people start go ahead and start doing with shit with daggone people in any kind of professional sports, they want to change the fucking rules.
They're militant shots.
They did it with Jesse Owens. You see what I'm saying? They did it with Willie T. Ribbs in daggone NASCAR. You see what I'm saying? They did it with Tiger Woods at the Masters.
Don't you mean Wendell Scott?
Wendell Scott, that's what he meant. Yeah, I got him.
Who's Wendell Scott? What?
Wendell Scott's the black race car driver.
No,
NASCAR.
NASCAR, yeah, NASCAR.
But Willie T. Ribbs was also the pioneer for black drivers because he crossed over to Indy and all facts of racing. But don't do that with me, bro. Don't come at me like that. Anyway, so what I'm saying is they're constantly moving the goalpost for whenever we have athletes, not just black athletes, but athletes of any ethnicity that starts to dominate the sport that's not white. Period. They panic. It's the same shit that went down with, Caitlin Collins. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the Caitlin, whatever her name was,
Clark.
Iowa, whatever, Caitlin Clark. Girl's a phenomenal player. I'm not gonna say that, but How is she any different than Diana Taurasi and freaking Sue Bird and any one of them play Dawn Staley, any one of them players that gonna came before her? You see what I'm saying? The media choose that gonna embellish when they want to embellish and make somebody bigger than who they are. And then when they go up against somebody that's not really on the same level as them, then it's like, oh yeah, well, you gotta understand that she struggles because she hasn't been in the game too long. No, nigga, don't do that. This is the bullshit.
All right, so now, bringing it back to the tush push. I don't know where Shota went, but I'm gonna bring it back.
I'm just saying, the tush push, this whole shit came with the whole damn Green Bay Packers whining about, oh, we don't like the tush push. Bro, you play the Eagles. First of all, the Eagles are not even in your division. That's number one. And you might play them every 4 years, every daggone whatever the schedule falls. Yeah. Why are you whining?
Yeah. Well, but you know, like I say, everybody know the Eagles. We run the play more successful than any other team. Then I think it's the Buffalo Bills
do it, but nobody's saying nothing about that shit.
No, they say the Eagles run it the most proficient, and then the Buffalo Bills run it second. But my thing is this: I could agree with they're saying, and I'm more of a defensive type mind. If the defense can't do the same thing, if they can't push a player, you're giving the offense the advantage. And like Pharaoh say, it's an offensive game. We can understand that the offense have always had the advantage. But I could understand if I'm a defensive player, why can't I do that? Why can't I take a big guy and push him into the line? And maybe that may cause more injury as well. But
how about
I can understand. I guess what I'm saying, I can understand people that want to get rid of it. Don't get me wrong now. Trust me. We wanted to keep doing it. But I can understand the other side of the ball as well. Which leads me to
man on the street. My question to that is, what about the tush push makes it illegal?
I didn't say that.
On any point,
that's not what I'm saying. But that's not what I'm saying though. What I'm saying is I can understand if I'm a defensive player, you taking out things that we used to be able to do on defense to help the offense. But now
no. I'm understanding that. But what I'm saying is with the tush push, I agree with your point. What I'm saying with the tush push is it's not like it's something where it's an anomaly and just the Eagles are doing it. Every single team have tried it, and it's not like one of the
exactly.
It's not a secret.
No, we saying the same thing. I'm saying the same thing, but I'm just taking the other side of the coin. We all saying the same thing. I don't have an issue with it, but I'm just looking at it from both sides of the coin. Is that hey, y'all took out what we was able to do, but y'all letting this offense still do it as well. Which leads me to my next question. And Pharaoh, I want you to go at this first. Which one will get banned first, the tush push or the torpedo bat? In your opinion?
I'm gonna say the tush push because they got it on the board.
I got you.
They tabled it, so
that's right.
That's on. Yeah,
I got you. Tim Dog.
I would say the tush push.
I got you. Shota.
Neither one.
Okay. All right. And of course, Mad Professor.
I don't care.
You knew he gonna say that shit.
If I had to pick one, the tush push only because the NFL owners have more power over rule changes than Major League Baseball owners do.
But it takes more than half of the NFL owners for anything to change.
Take 24 teams.
But it was 16 teams that brought it up.
So. Correct. Yeah, and I think it's going to be the tush push as well. But it is what it is, man. But good conversation, brothers. Hey, today's week discussion, man. Y'all got it because I read something and I want us to talk about it. And the reason why I brought this up, man, because I was reading something that Allen Iverson said, and they asked him, does he feel bad because he never won a championship? And he basically said no. He basically said no because it wasn't for him. So my question to you, and I'm coming to you first, Mad Professor. Should Hall of Fame athletes feel some type of way because they didn't win a championship in their professional league? Your thoughts?
No, because they're not the only person on the team. It's a team failure, not an individual failure. So you can't have your team if you're a Hall of Fame player, you can't have made sure that every teammate you ever had performed at a Hall of Fame level or a championship level, even if you did.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Jordan before Phil and Pippen. He played his ass off, but his teammates constantly let his ass down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good
that
point.
is true. That is true. What about you, Farrell?
No, hell no. Look at Charles Barkley.
Right,
You know?
another one.
Hey, Shaq gets on his ass all the time, but guess who's in the Hall of Fame? Charles Barkley, along with Shaq, with those rings. So fuck it.
Yeah. Okay then. Tim Dog.
I would say no. You know, 2 peas in bucket would have been nice, yeah, but I don't think they worried about that because they accomplished what they wanted. You know, getting in the Hall of Fame and being a successful NBA player.
I got you.
Yeah, look at Dan Marino. I mean, we can go.
Yeah.
You know, all kinds of players like that. You know, Warren Moon being the only black quarterback in the Hall of Fame that didn't win the Super Bowl. So come on.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Shot?
Oh, me? Yeah. Wasn't it a couple weeks ago we had the same discussion when we were talking about there should be a Hall of Fame for champions and a Hall of Fame for actual players? But for me, anyway, as a person that I have loved sports so much and it's done so much for me personally, I don't give a damn. Most people in the hood, as far as the culture is concerned, Hall of Fame is nice. It's a nice thing to have checked on your block. But when it comes to the game in and of itself, there's certain cats that's always going to be like the culture when it comes to basketball. Jordan, of course, yes. Allen Iverson will, no matter, I don't care who do what. I love me some Kyrie Irving, and I think he's all time the greatest ball handler I have ever seen. But, nigga, you can't talk about the NBA and the culture without Allen Iverson. That's impossible, Playboy.
Yeah, and you know, I understand that the culture, but you know, we'll come back to you, Matt Professor, is this. It's the fact that I know it's a team sport, but we always say this. We always about Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson is a great, phenomenal player. But what if he had won the championship? Woo! You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying about what if Dan Marino had won that championship?
I mean, I understand where you're going, but that wouldn't have changed their legacies other than making them a champion.
Okay,
true that.
You still think they were amazing players who changed the way their leagues played the ball, played the game. So I mean, the title is always a great thing to have. Don't get it twisted. I mean, but I'd still think Drew Brees was an amazing quarterback and a Hall of Fame quarterback if he didn't win the Super Bowl.
Okay. All right. Tim Dog, your thoughts?
What was the question?
Basically the same thing. What if those guys had won the championship? Would you think their legacy would still be, as like the Mad Professor say, even if they didn't? Well, of course we know they didn't win it. Their legacy would have still been cemented. But with that championship, because we all say that Charles Barkley was a great player. What if Charles had won it? Dan Marino had won it. You know, Derrick Rose, one of the best basketball players I ever seen until he had that injury.
Shit,
And
Patrick Ewing.
You understand what I'm trying to say? We got all these great players, but then just like what's my man Robert Horry got 7 of them. But we never say Robert Horry is the one of the. You don't understand what I'm saying? We got players that was on a champ, like you say, they was on a championship team that has a ring. But then we got these great players that we watch, that we saw put the work in. Yeah, they got the Hall of Fame jacket. But what if they had got that goddamn ring, that championship?
Personally, I think that they would say personally it would have been nice. But like I said before, you know, if you go out and do the right things and have a great career and get all that plays, you know, defensive player, offensive player, whatever, and you know, make it to the playoffs every year but don't win that championship, to me, that doesn't diminish the player themselves, their legacy, what they've done for the game.
Yeah.
It would have been nice, you know, another notch on the belt, you know, hey, NBA champion, but you still going to be that person. You still going to be man on the street regardless.
That's right. You got that right.
I mean, and we all know that there's that one player in any Hall of Fame who only in the Hall of Fame because they won a title, conversely.
Correct. Exactly.
That's facts. All's well.
Exactly.
Plus, it's a team game.
Go ahead, Farrell.
It's not like boxing and it's not like tennis.
That is true.
Whatever.
And golf.
Or golf, where you're a single entity out there, making it happen. Yeah.
But that's why. But that's why there are so many forums for people to talk about something like football and things like that, because the fact of the matter is there's so many different eyes that see from a different angle, and somebody might mention something that you never thought about before that might change your whole outlook on the game. So in itself, I think that as a whole, people need to remember that those players, insignificant that they might be to them not making the Hall of Fame, they were significant for the development of the game to move to where it is now.
Okay. Well, let's add this then. The Negro Baseball League finally getting recognition for all the changes that they made for the game. Right. And now they're finally recognized. So, and then we talk about all the players that could have made it even better than Jackie Robinson, but they know why they put Jackie Robinson in there. So
and I'm glad you brought that up, because I mean, something closer to home for me, the Taino tribe that ruled the Caribbean, they just got recognition not too long ago as a people, and they're very close because my grandmother was daggone Taino. So I'm just saying, it matters.
Yeah, and just to close this out, man, it's just the fact that I think that when we look at these great players, and I think Allen Iverson, he said it, I guess, very, very eloquently. He basically said it wasn't for me. It wasn't in the cards for me to win the championship. And he's just like everybody. He said, if I had won it, would I have been better? I mean, great. But he said I was great without it. And then, of course, he even said that he didn't put in the work ethic that he should have, like a Kobe Bryant, because Kobe lived, breathed basketball. That's all he did. Allen, he even said that I didn't work hard enough to win a championship. And then, of course, matter of fact, you even brought it up. He didn't have the players. When they played the Lakers in 2000, we had Timon Mutombo, we had Eric Snow, they had Kobe Bryant, they had Shaq. Come on.
Yeah.
It falls on the team. You know what I'm saying? So it's the team dynamic that will help you win that championship. But good discussion, my brothers, like always. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Mad Professor, tell them why you mad. Tell them why you mad.
Okay, something happened a couple weeks ago in one of my favorite sports, and it's a cousin of Pharaoh King's, one of his favorite sports in Formula One. At the Chinese Grand Prix, the fucking media arm of Formula One that broadcast the races, they cut up and edited a radio call between Lewis Hamilton, my favorite driver of all time, and his team to make it look like Lewis Hamilton was fighting the team and talking back to them when they asked him if he was gonna allow his teammate whose car was faster to go past, when the truth came out that Lewis Hamilton is the one who said, my teammate's faster, tell me where I can allow him to pass. So, and Formula One has been doing this shit with Lewis for like 10 years now. When he started winning, and what's funny is most Formula One broadcasting originates in London, in England, which is where Lewis is from, of course.
Yeah.
But they've never liked the fact that he's been a winner at every level. They didn't like the fact that he was going to break Michael Schumacher's Grand Prix world titles.
They don't like where he came from.
They do everything. They do everything to make this man look like he's bad when they're witnessing how good the fucking man is behind the wheel of a car. I mean, it's the saddest shit in the world that this man on a world stage still has to fight racism again, like we do in his own fucking country.
Yeah, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tell him why you're mad, man. I haven't heard that. I got to go back and listen to this.
Oh yeah,
so you saying they cut it up to make it look like he was.
Oh, you guys, it's atrocious.
His teammate was coming behind him, and his teammate's car was handling better and driving faster. So he said, I want to let Charles through so that I don't hamper his race. Where can I do it? And they said turn 13, and he said, no, I think I prefer turn 14.
Okay.
But they edited the shit to make it look like they came on and said, let Charles pass. And he said, no, now is not the time. I'm gonna decide when it's time, and it'll be turn 14.
Exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm Mad Professor on the back of that because I'm a big Lewis Hamilton. I'm a big Hamilton fan, and I watched.
We all are.
And I read his book and all that type of stuff. But here's the thing: his feel for the track. Y'all remember a movie that Sylvester Stallone did back in the day where he would do a Formula One car and he would go around the corners and he could pick up the coins because the tires get so hot. And he could pick up the coins going into a corner without losing any speed. Hamilton makes that movie look like child's play when it comes to his driving.
And his father's the one that got him doing it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah,
That's
I think I saw something on I think they did something on him on 60 Minutes a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
that's what I first heard of. Or it might have been Real Sports. I think it was Real Sports. That's what it was. It was Real Sports.
I watched
HBO.
everything on that dude, man, and for where he's come from to where he is now.
Yeah,
his humanitarianism is bigger than everyone else in the sport. And what really pisses me off is they always say Lewis Hamilton doesn't have the speed anymore, but they have this old Spaniard motherfucker who's still in Formula One driving for Aston Martin, who hasn't won a race in fucking 10, 15 years, and they saying, oh, he still got it. Fernando Alonso.
Yeah.
Only one because his car was cheating.
Look at old boy that came from Japan last year that came on the scene and they're going to dominate it for a lot of the year. They don't talk about him.
Yuki, but they promoted him. But anyway.
But that's how it is, though. But man, Professor, man, thank you again for what? Tell them why you mad. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time for what? This Week in Sports from my main man. God damn it, Shata. Yeah, my man Shata. Let me see if I can find it, Shata. I don't know if I can find it. God damn, I did do what you asked me to do.
No, it's all good. It's all good regardless. We're gonna go ahead and go with the flow, baby.
Go ahead then, Shata.
All right. So basically, my job is basically every week to come up with something significant that happened in sports that's relevant to our sports podcast. And this week, being the fact that seeing that what we've been going through in the last 15, 20 years in the United States of America, and Black women have stepped up, and the women has been leading the way. And I thought it was only fitting that I should go ahead and let this sports fact come out that a lot of people don't really know. So here we go. 1931. On this day, 17-year-old Jackie Mitchell strikes out New York Yankees star Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig in an exhibition game at Engle Stadium in Chattanooga, Tennessee. A 17-year-old female struck out Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig back to back on this day.
That was a female thing. She looked like a dude.
Hey, look, I had to actually read up on it.
Yeah, hold on, because I got the video. You know, you could talk about all four of them or whoever you're gonna talk about, because this is what Shata sent me, and I put it in the video form. It's only like 40 seconds, so check it out. I got it now. Those are two dudes that she struck out. I was like, that dude look like a dude. Okay.
Lord, but help this man.
But just to show you guys,
man, I'm slow. Y'all know I'm slow.
It's
Tim
all
Dog
good.
already said I was in the asbestos class all goddamn day, licking windows and shit.
No, that's mercury poisoning.
My bad. Go ahead, Shanta. I'm sorry, man.
But in my research, y'all saw that clip of Patrick Ewing. Believe it or not, as big a fan as I was of Patrick Ewing and the fact that he was Jamaican, I did not know this dude played for the Sonics.
Yeah, he ended his career with the Sonics.
Yeah, 2000.
I can actually safely say here on this podcast, I did not know this dude played for the Sonics.
Yeah, he ended his career with the Seattle Supersonics. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I learned something new, so appreciate that man on the stream making me do some research.
There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This week in sports. Oh shit,
The
man, it's that
Jamaican
time.
team was killing me.
Hey, just enjoy yourself. You understand?
Hey, just enjoy
I agree.
yourself. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's the time for, in case you missed it, hey, we all talked about it. I did a video about it. You like it? Here it goes.
I don't want you whipping my ass or anything like that. In the stadium? In the stadium. Ain't nothing worse than getting your ass beat in front of 20,000 people.
Who you talking to like that? Talking to your ass.
Oh, fuck you think you talking to like that? You don't talk to me like that.
And let me state for the record that while we bring up that, let me assure you it wouldn't have gone down like that. I would have gotten my ass kicked. Because had that man put his hands on me, I would have immediately swung on him. Immediately.
Yeah, make it more free. Yeah, push.
Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can watch that video on the Man on the Street show. I just took my face out, but I'm coming to you back, Professor. Did I understand once this happened and then it went back and forth? Do you believe that Stephen A. Smith kept this going, or and then of course LeBron threw more fire on it? So your thoughts on the whole shit right now?
Two fucking overinflated egos who think they better than they fucking are, trying to top each other. Wow. I am shocked. Both of them are a couple pussies. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Both of them pussies.
I don't
neither
like
one of neither one of them will cook on the street. So I don't want to hear from either fucking one of them.
Okay, so hold on. So can I say this? Hey, can I ask you this though? But in a fight, who you taking? Come on, Matt Professor. Who you got? Who you got? For real now. In a fight, who you got?
I'm sorry. I've seen LeBron bitch out from little fucking dudes who jumped in his face. So I don't want to hear nothing from LeBron.
Oh, you taking Stephen A. Smith?
I would take Stephen and his hairline over LeBron and his hairline.
Boy, hey, you gonna be just like Atlanta Hawks, looking out, looking in.
Fuck, hey, LeBron, come look me out. Come look me up, LeBron.
I got you.
I'll kick your ass too.
I got you, Shanta. Your thoughts, man.
I don't understand where this man coming from with the disrespectful things that they said about FPJ, you know. I don't understand where am I coming from with this, you know. But man, I gotta tell you something this right now, big up.
Tell us.
Let me tell you something about Steven. Steven, stay right there. Because you're right where you're supposed to be.
Go ahead, Django. Steve, stay right. That's Django. You know I know that line.
So Steven, how many people you and Mad Professor done talked about all over this Zach-All podcast and the airways?
Tell him again, Luz.
What man ass he kicked? Hold on, time the fuck out. Time out. LeBron didn't even put a belt to his children, man. Get the fuck out of here.
He said kids.
First of all, there is nowhere on God's green earth in the United States of America that LeBron James spend that kind of money on his
LeBron James
for freaking all these years, and he's not willing to go ahead and put, when necessary, put fist to daggone Stephen A's daggone broken forehead ass trying to daggone
Bro, look, just because
anything.
LeBron got baby doll hair in his head, don't think that his hairline came back naturally. Now,
Watch
come
your
on
mouth.
now.
Watch your mouth.
Come on
Hey,
now.
listen, man. Listen.
So-
you need to go back.
Nigga
You need to go back.
spraying it up.
You, man, Professor. You need to go back and listen to the daggone Rock Familiar album. You know what I'm saying? Because you out here talking, you talking reckless, son.
So who you got? So who you got, Shota? Who you got?
Come on, LeBron, man. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Shit.
I know you're talking about Holyfield and
I got you.
Come on,
Pharaoh
son.
King.
Don't be stupid, son.
Pharaoh
Are you
King.
kidding me right now? Watch
Pharaoh
the
King,
throne.
man.
Watch
Pharaoh
the
King.
throne, kid.
Pharaoh King, your thoughts, man, on this?
I would say Stephen A just got a $100 million contract. The NBA is losing money. They need something to keep it going.
I ain't thought about that.
And what better else than
Exactly
for
right.
somebody
Exactly
to
right.
defend his son from somebody like a loud ass mouth like Stephen A. To keep some type of drama going and keep people interested in even watching the NBA at this moment.
That is true. But Pharaoh, goddamn boy, I didn't even think about that, man. That's a good angle to take.
Yeah. So with that being said, I got $1,000 on Stephen A. pulling the ACL trying to punch somebody. Who's with it?
God damn.
Hey, before we come to you, Tip Dog, I agree with you, Pharaoh, because I think Adam Silver even said something about this in one of his press conferences. They asked him about the Stephen A. So, man, that's a good angle because the NBA this year has been lackluster.
And we all
I don't
know
even want
why.
to say, yeah.
We all
You
know
can't-
why.
You can't even say
exactly.
nothing with
I
that.
can't
You
say
know?
it, man. Yeah. But Tim Dog, who you got, Tim Dog, and what you think about this so-called beef?
Okay.
I think it's over. We don't need to talk about it no more. He done fucking
Tim Dog-
Armageddon, nigga.
Tim Dog got to get his point on. Go ahead, Tim Dog.
Well,
go ahead and land on
be
this.
LeBron, Puddin' James, and Steven Asshole
LeBron
Smith.
James.
I'm gonna go with Puddin'.
Now, if you told me that if you told me that LeBron was gonna go head up with that on Molly or something, I might, you know what I'm saying?
For me,
No.
for me, you know, I think that is played out. The only thing that I disagree with Stephen A. Smith, he brought up the fighting part because at no point in time I think LeBron would have put his hands on him because he even said that in his earlier thing when he said that just was a man protecting his son. He brought out the part if he had to put his hand on me. And now, in my point of view, if a man put his hands on you, have the right to defend yourself. And he even said himself, he probably got his ass kicked. But it's just the fact that
you just put up.
yeah, but I'm just saying it's just the fact that it's played out right now. Both of y'all know y'all not going to do anything to tarnish your reputation. Just like you said on Mad Professor, or who got $100 million contract.
Yeah.
Come on now. You're not going to do something that's going to jeopardize your livelihood for something that you say it on television.
First of all, if y'all follow what's going on right now with the money right now, Stephen A. Smith with his daggone freaking Candyland ass, damn Jerry Jones ass, damn let me fly in your helicopter and kiss your ass so I can talk about the Cowboys every chance I get on first take. I just
still like him more than LeBron.
LeBron James.
Yeah, but I can understand that, man. But like I said, I think that is played out. And two grown ass men, they should be able to come.
I'm just gonna leave with Wu
How old
Tang.
is Stephen A?
You can't leave with just
I think he's 57. I think he's 57.
Yeah, about
Man,
damn
dude,
near
the only thing he's fighting is a bowel movement. Man,
Yeah.
get out of here.
Hey, before we go to the weird sport of the week, Matt Professor, I want to quick for everybody a quick round. They shut down your boy for the rest of the season, him and McCollum. But my question is, who you think had the worst season because of injury? Is it Joe Embiid or Zion? Matt
Well,
Professor,
because they're on my home team, Zion.
okay then. What about you, Farrell?
Embiid, he was Embiid.
All right.
It always be Embiid, dumbass
All right.
Embiid.
Shot to.
Injury prone Embiid. Next to Anthony Davis.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that would be no that. Actually, Embiid actually gave us something. Zion, because ever since he busted out of the shoe, it ain't been good.
Yeah. and Tim Doe.
Right.
I would Embiid.
Yeah. Y'all know I'm gonna say Embiid, and I like what you put up there, Lewis. There ain't no beef. Stephen A. just improving his brain. Stephen A. is a college-educated man, and LeBron is a high school graduate. It's easy to push LeBron's button. Charter, why you going? Stephen A. Because you can't stand Stephen A.
Okay, let me tell him because he ain't been watching.
Charter, we got all night, man.
I'm gonna tell you, son. You remember that Jay-Z album? I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad, son.
Son, that's not Jay-Z. That's not Jay-Z. That's Biggie. That's Biggie. Sorry.
Well,
that's Biggie.
He from the Bronx. He ain't from Brooklyn. He got him mixed up.
I can't let you. I can't let you give Jay-Z that's Biggie. But tell you, because my album was John Blaze, man. I got more hot shit. Trust me, I know.
Name the 5 greatest rappers of all time.
Dollar. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time.
Are you done?
Ladies and gentlemen, no, man, we going to the weird sport of the week.
Okay. First of all, I'm gonna finish my point. We ain't going to a damn weird sport of the week. I'm gonna finish my damn point.
Okay.
There ain't gonna be none of this daggone South Carolina, Clemson, Gamecock, whatever the hell you got going on. None of that shit going. Monk's Corner or none of that shit.
Fuck the Yankees.
Yeah. The fact of the matter is, okay.
Uh-huh.
I don't even remember what we talk about because
I'm about to say that. This motherfucker remember his point. I was just about to ask that shit. Let's move the fuck on.
Ladies and gentlemen, we done brought you a lot of great stuff. We done brought you some weird sport of the week. Man, we done brought you what was it? The beer mile. We brought you toe wrestling, fixed wrestling.
Don't go through the list, please. Don't go.
Extreme ironing. Moose call not moose, deer calling. What is it? Deer calling, right?
Yeah.
Deer calling.
Yeah. Earthworm wrangling.
Hold on. We need to
Earthworm,
pause.
yeah.
We need to pause. Tim Doe, you good?
Man, I'm cramping up.
Yeah, you creeping up.
Oh Lord, this nigga.
Hey, man, tell Joy, Tim cramping up again.
Yeah, Joy, Tim cramping up again.
Do we need to call 911? I'm not sure.
Get that man some Gatorade.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh God! What? That is not good. He looked like he got to do.
I don't know if to take him out or leave him in. Shit.
No, he look like he got to do.
Yeah, let him leave him in because he might fall down. But ladies and gentlemen, this week of the week,
he got to do. He had to do. We had to go do.
Viva San Pedro! Aquí estamos, tú te mutes! Viva San Pedro! Viva! Viva!
The whole thing you want to do is it's focus, footwork equals flag. You got to make sure you're comfortable. If you're not comfortable and you just go, you're gonna have a bad luck. You got to make sure it's like when you're batting in MLB.
Line up at a stop and then get them going. Everybody line up at a stop and then you'll get them going.
It's where the young lads get a chance to show off for the lasses, and it's just an honor to keep that going for St. Peter's name, for the patron saint of fishermen, for all of us.
Never look down, straight through.
Come out of the gate hot, don't look back. My strategy is to find my best speed without falling off, in the sense of trying to keep your balance. If the grease gets you, the grease gets you. There's a lot of different strategies. I go sideways, one over the other. You don't want to go out too slow. You also can't go out too fast. You gotta have a steady pace, keep your arms balanced, look at the flag, and just go for it. All right, no fear out there.
Go get it, Mike. Go get it, Mike. Go get it, Mike.
Joy said Tim Craft's part of the show now.
Damn.
Yeah, Joy. I'm sorry. I can't help myself.
Oh, shit. I got you. Matt Professor, what you think of this week weird sport of the week? Oh shit.
I just want to know why the dude doing the interview said that it's to show the young lasses what you can do, and 90% of them jokers was in dresses or fucking Power Ranger outfits, including the Pink Ranger. You know,
That's the thing I say. Where the Pink Ranger?
I'm gonna say this: here in New Orleans, we have sort of the same type of tradition, right?
Yeah.
The weekend before Mardi Gras, where they grease the poles on the balconies in the French Quarter so that nobody can climb up them.
That's what you're saying.
And the men dress up, the women dress up, and they try to be as sexy as they can.
No, hold on. Don't say this, man.
This shit is just as fucking stupid as that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
This is just
certain
dumb.
men that do
I mean,
that.
I understand that this honestly is at least a sport, because you know, you trying to balance on that shit without grease, I'm sure is difficult.
Yeah.
But this is just something else. And I'm mad I did see one brother on that shit. Because I was gonna say this is just some other shit white people do, but I understand that it's tradition. It's just still stupid.
We got our white people too, so shit.
It might have been it might have been Tim Scott that you saw, but hey, a Byron Donald. So it is what it is.
Tim Scott, he would have held on with his teeth and gums.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't.
Okay, your thoughts on the weird sport of the week?
Oh my gosh, because he got them Beavis teeth. He got them Beavis teeth.
Right.
Okay, your thoughts on the weird sport of the week, my brother?
I've actually seen that before, and I thought it was stupid then, just like it is now. So, it's like,
okay, I'm gonna buy it. Where did you see that before?
So my thoughts on it from the first time I've seen it to this one ain't changed. It's like, y'all how many teeth have been broke? You know, people falling off that shit. You know, this
teeth. Hell, how many nuts?
Yeah. And the dude with the red hat, that was a MAGA hat. It had to be that motherfucker. He got exactly what he deserved.
And Tim Dog, you heard it. To answer your question there, Shata, you see weird shit on ESPN late at night, especially if you can't go to sleep, man. They be showing some weird ass sports, and we were like, what the hell? You don't say great opposition of all the black guys. I was thinking the same. Black person, you saw that? Because I didn't see no black guy.
Well, yeah, there was a black guy. There was a black guy. The camera was so far off him, you could almost not tell he was black.
That's what I'm talking about. So, Tim Dog, your thoughts on this week weird sport of the week, man?
Man, this shit should be banned. How many people?
Oh, damn.
This motherfucker should be banned. I'm sorry.
That's a lot of hard, man.
You know what? I was thinking about how much of that shit going into the water affects the fish. I really was thinking about that.
Yeah, that's a lot of lard, man.
All they doing is polluting the water.
Yeah, I got you. And of course, shots are bad. But you thought of the weird sport of the week, man?
Yo, I come from Jamaica, man. Nobody asked me shit like that. Nobody asked me a question like that. I come from Jamaica. Jamaica, me born and raised. Nobody asked me a question like that.
And that's it, ladies. That's our weird sport of the week. Hey, if you're not a true athlete, come to us. Come tell your friends about us, because we give you sports that you can get out there and do. And I'd like to see Tim Dog with his tutu on that greasy pole. Knowing him, he's
well, when you see on the pole, you better be throwing some money at me. That's about it.
But knowing Tim Dog, he probably gonna lay down on that bitch because he a greasy motherfucker. But ladies and gentlemen, that is exactly what it is. Tim Dog and his goddamn pole.
Debo Samuels type shit going on right there.
But he going to the Commander, so Pharaoh King might be greasing the pole too. So we'll see.
Oh my God.
Hey, long as he don't come in there with no fashion tips, boy.
As long as he keep catching the balls, huh?
Oh shit! But ladies and gentlemen,
fashion tips. Thank you.
That was our weird sport of the week. But now it's time for Pharaoh King trivia question of the week. Pharaoh King, what's your trivia question of the week for us this week, brother?
So today is, Jerry Jones is having some issues with Michael Parsons, the contract and everything. But, so this question goes out to, he had 14 sacks for one of his seasons, 13 and a half, 13 and 12 last season. So here's the question for y'all.
Who is the only Penn State player with 15 sacks season in the NFL?
Ooh. I know LeVar Arrington barely missed it.
And that's who I was going to pick because that's the only one I know is LeVar Arrington.
I think he barely missed it.
What about Michael Strahan? Well, he didn't go to Penn State.
He didn't
go to Penn State.
Brian Urlacher.
He went to Penn State?
I don't
No,
think he did.
that motherfucker went to New Mexico.
I'm about to say.
Yeah. Shots just be throwing shit out there. Got me believing it too.
Hey, look, y'all were going for it too.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm going
Hey,
LeVar Arrington because that's the only person I knew.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay
Hey,
with.
I asked him
like I
LeVar
said,
Arrington.
I'm just saying, dog.
I
The
think- I don't
Republicans
think
do
it's
it. Why
LeVar,
can't I
though.
do it? I'm just
I
saying.
know it's not LeVar, but that's the only person I know.
When I
Linebacker.
put this answer up, all of y'all gonna grab your head and be like, "God damn it, that's right."
Hold on, wait. Don't put the answer up yet. Hold on.
You answered wrong anyway. I ain't got time to wait on you.
No, hold on, man.
Cameron Wake. Wow, who would have came up with that goddamn name?
Who is the only person?
Who would have come up with that name?
Who the fuck is Cameron Wake? I don't even know who the fuck
Exactly.
Dolphins, man.
Ain't nobody
shit,
but
he did
I
right.
remember
He's
him.
right.
I do
He's
remember
right.
Cameron Wake.
He's
He
right.
was a
Wait, Miami
badass.
Dolphins. Hell yeah, I
He
remember
was
him.
a badass. He sure was.
man. I don't know who the fuck. Man, only Dolphin
Hey,
fans know
Jimmy
that
should have
bullshit.
known that. That's his team. Hell.
Yeah, but brother-in-law going through it, man. I told you his best friend passed today, so he came on and just shot us out, man. But you know, he took the rest of the day off. Of the day off when he found out that but they're more like brothers, man.
Oh, yeah,
There it is, man.
Man, love,
There it
brother.
is,
My
Yeah,
condolences.
Yeah. But Cameron Wake, never heard of the brother. Shit.
Yeah, he played for
Maybe we're like
Miami.
56 or something.
Dang sure. He
wore a Lon
he's
Sailor
close
number.
man.
Okay. I'm about to go do some
I think
research,
he wore
man.
56 if I remember right.
Yeah.
All right, then. Thank you, Pharaoh King, for another
Yeah,
great.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. All I know is I'm still leading the pack because I got 2 answers. Tim got
Nobody
one.
asked you for all of that.
Nobody got
Go
more
ahead
than
and
2.
go on to the
But
next
hey,
one.
I'm still leading the
We
pack.
didn't
But
ask
shit,
you for all of that.
I
do
keep
have-
count.
Just
I
saying,
do have
nobody
2.
asked you for none of that. Nobody asked you
Well,
for that.
I got 2.5. then.
Listen, Carolyn,
'Cause,
we didn't ask you for all of that.
Our mother's gonna be in the lead back. I got 2.5. But thank you, Pharaoh King, for that trivia question of the week. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we always let you leave you with something funny, something to talk about, or better yet, where the fuck Tim Dog get that from? Tim Dog, where you get that from?
All right. Does anyone know the history behind the Star Spangled Banner?
Yes.
I mean, just real quickly.
Yes.
Okay, who wrote it?
Yes.
Francis Scott Key.
They had a bridge that just collapsed.
Yeah, Francis Scott Key.
Okay, for when? Anybody know when and where?
That was right around 1776.
In the living room.
No, it was well
in the
after
living
that.
room
It was
smoking a pipe.
All right, for you uneducated motherfuckers.
What the fort he saw a fort, he was fighting in a war. They lost the fort, and that's when he wrote the poem about it, because it wasn't a song, it was a poem.
South Carolina.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone
It don't
like
matter.
that
If
mad
black
at
people
Sumner.
weren't involved
Was it
in
Fort
it. That's all
Sumner?
I know.
No, it was no. It was the War of 1812, but
Yeah.
he wrote it in 1814 at the Battle of Baltimore at Fort McHenry. He got
McHenry, okay,
captured
yeah.
and put on the ship, and then it was
what we
a sword
said.
fight, boom, boom, boom. Anyway, I say that because you know that the Star Spangled Banner was only America's anthem in 1931 when it was commissioned by Congress. But believe it or not, the Star Spangled Banner used to be played at Navy games in 1891. Before every Navy game, they would play it. Then the president at the time, Hoover, said that. Thank you. He said that we're going to start playing the national anthem, or not national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner at all military functions. And then Ripley's, what's his name? Ripley's, believe it or not, wrote an article saying that this was in the 1920s, that the United States doesn't have a national anthem. We just play the songs at sporting events. So that sparked people in the country to choose the national anthem. Some people thought it was Yankee Doodle. Some people thought it was America the Beautiful. But Congress in 1931 passed a law saying that the Star Spangled Banner, with moderations, will be the national anthem. So
racist ass song. Okay.
Thank you for that, Tim Dog. Hey, thank you for that.
That's
For
what's up,
that.
dog. That's good.
Yeah.
That's against historical daggone out, man. That's
right. And that's why it's called what, Tim Dog? Where you get that from? Now, before we go to our closing statement, Pharaoh sent me this, man, for us to get a good laugh. I laughed because I wasn't expecting this motherfucker.
Hold on. Can we prepare our people, viewers? Because this is coming
No,
from
it's not. No, this
the last
this,
couple
this,
times
this,
with
no,
the
no. It's not. It's nothing like that, man. It's not like that. But sometimes,
it's not a racist song. It was actually a pub song for people who the lyric, not the lyrics.
But the second part of the second part is racist. If you listen to the second part.
Well, he. Like I said, United States, the original. Hold on. The original poem isn't.
I don't get down with it.
Hold on. The original poem isn't the exact words that Francis Scott Key wrote, because when the United States made the national anthem, Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem, they changed a couple of things.
So you said they remixed it. Okay, yeah. I got you.
It don't matter. We weren't
But
involved in that joint.
We weren't involved in anything. We ain't no choice.
This video, man, this video shows how passionate everybody are. I know I am when I play video games.
Different grinding, different grinding. Go! You run like you got weights on your back. It's my time to shine. You boys are nothing. Oh yeah. Oh boy, that's game. Y'all boys ain't seeing me. Y'all boys ain't seeing me. What the hell? Where the fuck you got it from? The fuck? The fuck is this? How?
Man, I'm looking at your face, man, because you be like,
hey, I did that because I had a similar situation happen to me. I was running my APFT in Korea.
Oh God!
I know for a fact I was a good 30 minutes ahead of this dude. Next thing you know, on the last lap, this joker runs past me like he has fresh legs.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny, man.
Where
That
the fuck
dude,
did he come from?
that joker just tear this shit up, man. Oh, he gets a fresh air.
Run like you got
That's funny, Joe. You need to get the fresh air. Man, Professor, what you got for the people? Go ahead.
I could never take shit that seriously that don't affect my life. I'm sorry.
I got you. Yeah. He teared his own shit up. But Bad Professor, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
A loan at a bank can take 30 years to pay off.
Why you picking up shit from me, man? God damn, Lewis. That's cold-blooded.
A loan at a bank can take 30 years to pay off. If you rob a bank, you get out of prison in 10 years. Follow me for more financial advice.
Hey, he's right. You can laugh if you want to, but he's right. He's right. And the numbers support it. He's right.
Oh, yeah.
That still don't make it right.
Lewis,
Still don't make it right.
So what's the plan?
Hold on. So, Lewis, hold on. Hey, dog. You see what my daggone handle is going? I need to know some stuff about this cat.
No, my man Lewis, man, his son actually played for the Commanders and played for the Eagles, for the Bills, and his son actually played for football. Zach Brown, that's his son.
Really?
Yeah,
hey, man.
His son Zach Brown. That's his son. He played for the. He got drafted. Who drafted him? No, Tennessee. I think
Joy,
Tennessee did.
Yeah.
Just to let Joy know the. Just to let Joy.
Joy, but he played for my Eagles. Yeah.
Hey, look,
I'm too old and pretty to go to prison.
Anybody that raised no NFL, and anybody, I don't care if he sat on the bench. If he make it to the NFL,
yeah. No, Zach Brown was started.
Mr. Brown Lewis. We had Dan Snyder, man. So
just to let Joy know, I'm too old and pretty to go to prison.
What I tell you about that dude, don't bring up Dan Snyder ever again.
I got you.
You.
Tim Dog.
Mute him.
I got you. Tim Dog, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Next time someone says they owe you something, and you just tell them tomorrow never comes because tomorrow is always today. So when I owe you, I'll see you tomorrow, which means you will never see me.
Damn.
Never.
See, my professor, I'm glad that you went first because you had to follow that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to follow that.
Yeah. I'm trying to find it right down.
But I understand the sentiment.
I understand it too, but Tim Dog, you get the. Because if I see you, I'm whipping your ass. Don't worry about it. It's the day because I want my money, but I'm whipping your ass to get my goddamn money. But I got you, Tim Dog.
That look on your face, that look on your face that a second ago was exactly how it was. I was like, what the hell?
In other words, Tim Dog, I ain't played this in a while.
You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. You realize that? You should be medicated.
Damn, Tim, you trying to get somebody else cramped up, huh?
Yeah, I got you. My main man, Shotzi, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Nah, man, I just want to go ahead and let everybody know that you need to go ahead and educate yourself. Don't sit in this perpetual cycle of having to be told what your opinion needs to be. Get out there, do a little research. That doesn't mean go on TikTok. It doesn't mean go on any social media. Just go out there, pick up a book, read, expand your vocabulary. Other than that, on these little memes and stuff that y'all like to throw out there all the time. Have some substance about yourself. And maybe we could find ourselves getting out of this daggone mess that we're in. Holla at your boy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Walmart and still.
I mean, man, Pharaoh, what you got for the people before we go, my brother?
Hey, I just want y'all to know that when I die, don't look for me in the sunsets. I want you to look behind you. I'll be chasing you up the stairs after you turn off the lights.
David, you a Tim Dog. I'm about to get shit. I don't know how to.
What stairs are you talking about?
Same thing, Pharaoh.
Crazy, man. You sound insane. You realize that?
Because I don't understand. I was raised in the church, and I was told that.
I got you. Shit.
I ain't hear nothing about no stairs. Which stairs are you talking about?
It is what it is. But hey, I got you, Pharaoh.
I was just saying that. No, what I got for you guys is really this. It's behind what Shada says. What's going on? You know, we need to really pay attention to what's happening in the world today, especially in the United States. So this is a quote that I found from a Turkish proverb. When a clown moves into a palace, he doesn't become a king. The palace instead becomes a circus.
God damn it! I was gonna read that for Friday. You motherfucker.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
That's one of my favorite joints right there.
And I just say that because I've heard it on a sports show before, but it was saying like a different way. Like a king goes to a circus, it doesn't become a palace, and the king becomes a clown. So it can be said either way.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we know what we living in.
Yeah, and that's to me.
Goddamn circus.
That daggone Joffrey from Game of Thrones out this mug.
Yeah, I don't have anything, man. It's just the fact that hey, love who you love. If you ain't loving them, they loving somebody else. That's what it is. But
can't be with the one you love.
It is what it is. But
I just
Tim
want to
Dog,
let you know that bless your hearts.
Tim Dog, shout out to the socials to the people who follow you, my brother.
You can find me Instagram, Father's Love 99, or follow my son Instagram, Jims_Woodward1. Hey, I have a question. What do you call a pig that practices?
No.
Chop suey.
No.
Yeah,
Okay,
chop suey. There you go.
He said, shout out your social. We ain't doing that.
There you go. Shout out your social people follow you, my brother.
Jokes to
Just
yourself.
sit down there at the bottom, right? That's all. Just read it past about it. Oh, I love shout out Blue Sky Social. Come over there and find out how we to have a conversation with grown people. Understand? Love.
That's what I'm talking about. All right, man. My main man, Matt Professor. Shout out to social people follow you, my brother.
You can follow me at the madprofessor.1, the way you see it on your screen, YouTube and Instagram. And I do post on Blue Sky, the Mad Professor 1 on
For
Blue
sure.
Sky, come and holler at you, boy. I do talk back. I do comment. Love me, like me. I don't care.
Stop it. Don't do that.
Why you sound like a serial killer, man?
He reading a book.
He
doing some audio.
I swear to God that dude sounded just like Dexter. I was like, oh God, like, what?
Serial killer.
One of my favorite shows until the last season.
I got you. Pharaoh King, shout out to social people following you, my brother.
Yeah, just before I say that, I just want to shout out to Matt Professor because he really has the true name of his team behind him because they're the Aints. So I really appreciate that.
You know what? Y'all, you better hope your
There you go.
commanders
There
do
you
well
go,
this
Bab.
year.
There you go,
You
Bab.
better
There you
hope
go,
your
Bab.
damn commanders do it this year,
Wait,
nigga. Because I'm gonna be on your ass.
No, wait. Hold on.
Go ahead,
Wait.
shout out to social there, Pharaoh King.
I missed that
King
segue.
Ryan
I missed
Facebook.
that segue. Hold on. Y'all gotta go ahead and catch me up.
Go ahead, shout out to
You got
social there, Pharaoh.
the true team name behind you. Yeah, King Ryan Facebook,
You
and
ain't got no damn social.
you damn right. Nobody
That's
likes
right.
me.
Yeah,
And of
he
course,
like
you can,
that.
and of course, you can find me, the Man on the Street, at the Man on the Street show on YouTube. You also find us on Facebook at the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. You also find us for 2 Cigars in a Blunt, which goes down on Friday night at 8:00. But make sure you stick around for the after show called Ashed Out. That's where we have a good time, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't watch anything that we do, you want to watch Ashed Out because we just have a good laugh. And if you're having a bad day, come chill with us. But make sure you check us out next Wednesday night at 7:00 for the Better Than Sex Sports Podcast. It goes down. All we do is talk about sports and sports entertainment, and we have a good time doing that as well. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Man on the Street.
Your boy Pharaoh King.
Tim Dog from Be More Careful.
The Mad Professor in the boot.
Shout out to Orlando. You know I'm gonna do it. Watch this.
That's right. And of course, if you can't love that person, love somebody else. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Peace.